trust you. When I can go here with you, and when I feel it, it will hurt. When I need it, it will do. All I do was win. All I do was win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you was born to win, yeah. All I do was win. All I do was win. I say I jumbo, now all you did for me, I jumbo. I say I jumbo, now all you did for me, I jumbo. I say I jumbo, I say you're down, now you're down, nobody can stop it. I say you're down, now you're down, nobody can stop it. They can do what they do, and they can talk what they talk. They can do what they do. Hey, turn the fire there. Holy Ghost fire there. Turn the fire there. All I do was win. All I do was win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you were born to win, yeah. All I do was win. All I do was win. They will see a koro with a big eyeball. They will see a koro with a small eyeball.
Daddy made it.
Baby, sexy and back, talk it. Look at her front, talk it. Look at her back, talk it. Look at her size, when you see Buju, know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Baby, making some US. That girl carrying some US. Wanna sexy, come with you. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, liso. Look at you, look at you, na. Oh, back on the chest on the play. They play on the stand. Oh, yeah, you go get with colors. You go get with colors. And I will get with colors, yes. You will respect, capital A, capital B. You will respect, my youth.
D12.
Daddy made it.
Baby, sexy and back, talk it. Look at her front, talk it. Look at her back, talk it. Look at her size, when you see Buju, know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Baby, making some US. That girl carrying some US. Wanna sexy, come with you. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, liso. Look at you, look at you, na. Oh, back on the chest on the play. They play on the stand. Oh, yeah, you go get with colors. You go get with colors. And I will get with colors, yes. You will respect, capital A, capital B. You will respect, money, child. You carry 10, oh, 10. 10, oh, 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Baby. Let it try it now, baby. Baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? Baby. Let it try it now, baby. Baby. Rock it, look at her back. Rock it, look at her front. Rock it, look at her waist. Rock it, look at her hips. Baby, pam pam, I told my rock it. Ingaya oh, rock it. Ingaya oh, rock it. Ingaya oh. Someday she let go be in jeans, jeans, jeans. Someday she let go be in dress, dress, dress. Someday she let go be in skirt, skirt, skirt. Red, white and blue, red, white and blue. International beauty, international body, international baby, international business. They get too expensive, I'm more too attractive, I'm more too productive. You will respect, capital A, capital B. You will respect, why you in the money, child? You carry 10 over 10. You will respect, 10 over 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Baby, let it try it now, baby. Baby, now who won't challenge now, baby? Baby, let it try it now, baby. Baby, rock it, look at her back. Rock it, look at her front. Rock it, look at her waist. Rock it, look at her hips. Baby, pam pam, I told my rock it. Ingaya oh, rock it. Ingaya oh, rock it. Ingaya oh, rock it. Man, you are beautiful. Show your beauty oh. Say true, you are beautiful. Say, oh, baby, you tell it oh. Show your beauty oh. Man, you are beautiful. Oh, chicky bed, chicky bed, chicky bed. Freddie Barron, Freddie Barron, Freddie Barron. You're a beat I see you. Too much.
J&B Records. Party made it.
Baby, sexy and bad. Rock it, look at her front. Rock it, look at her back. Rock it, look at her size. Supper. When you see Buju, you know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. Whoa. That girl carrying some US. Whoa. Wanna sexy, come on down. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, liso. Look at you. Look at you, na. Back on the chest on the play. They play on the dance day. On yeah, you okay with colors. You okay with colors. And I will care with colors, yes. You will respect, capital A, capital B. You will respect, why you in the money, child? You carry 10, oh, 10. You will respect, 10, oh, 10. Now who can pop on now, baby?
I want to say sorry to everybody. John Lee is saying there's no son. I want to say sorry to everybody for now, and just to come back. I hope we get his son up. Okay, we got sound now. We have the sound. I'm sorry about that. But now we have the signs back. I think everybody got the signs back. And thank you, John Lee, for telling me. That is one of our main men from the studio. They call him John Lee. He's on the road right now doing his thing. How you doing that, John? Give me a thumbs up. All right, John. All right, John. So welcome everybody to the Lrtn Television Network. Mr. Faye is on there. Ansu. What's up, Ansu Morris? This girl got married and she just left us in Philadelphia and moved to Rhode Island. I know Rhode Island, Boston. But we're going to bring her back here. We need you back in Philadelphia. All right, I want to say welcome to the show. Francis, welcome. Lorena, welcome. Wilfred, as always. Wilfred, always come on here with us. Okay, Wilfred, we want to say thanks for coming on, man. We always follow you and we see some of the good work you're doing on Facebook. You're always posting some positive things. And I want to get in touch with you. Thank you so much. We also have Anthony Krumah is on here. Namu is on here. George. Piso. Hey, Piso, how you doing? Piso Power. Piso, how you doing? We're live in Philadelphia. The weather is beautiful today. It's not really cold. My man G Manakan is going to be joining me in a few minutes. I want to say thanks for joining. And all I'm trying to do my thing here and make sure I share the video as much as I can in all the different groups. And I want to get your take on a couple of things. We're going to be here for an hour. The telephone number is on the screen. You can call and participate on the program today. All right, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. This is the Lrtn Radio and Television Network. Keep watching. We love you all. All right. Okay, we're back. We don't have no time. Time is now on our side, so we're going to be back. We're going to continue with our broadcast. And just to let you know, I hope we are live. Okay, trying to make sure we got sound here. So I'm watching, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you can follow us. We're live on this. We're live also on those different platforms. And we want to say thank you for watching. We got a couple of things that is on today. I got a couple of our reporters in Liberia. Unfortunately for us, we have our reporter in Liberia on Saturday by the grace and help of God. We're going to have them reporting directly from Liberia. And we're asking you to support us. And the more you support us, the more we will help the guys do the work they are doing in Liberia. So my main man G Manakan is going to be visiting. He's going to be on here in a few minutes. G Manakan got a very tight schedule right now, so that's why he haven't been on these few days. And I keep feeling not too good on the radio, on the TV side, but I'm trying. So if I'm doing good, let me know. Okay, let's dive straight into it. We got a couple of things I want to discuss today. All right. As you may know, they have a campaign that is being initiated by Henry P. Costa. It's called Save the State. And this is one of the most talked about things in the country right now. Everybody's talking about. People are saying it's a wrong idea for Costa to come out and initiate a campaign or protest. A protest demanding from the president to do certain things. So people they started a GoFundMe page, and people saying that this guy is a crook, and they feel that he's robbing the Liberian people out of the cash, and it's not necessary for him to come up with a protest saying that he want to give demand to the president for the president to follow the demands. And I also listened to the Carrasco, the president ate today. He was in the car. They went. I think the president went for some to see some family that got affected by a fire, and Carrasco was in the vehicle and giving an update on things that's happening in the country and where they came from, how the president is being loved. The popularity is still there. People love the president. You got few people in the diaspora who are just angry and just inciting hate, and they want to bring fear in the country, and they want for things to happen that will affect the common people in the country. And all the things they're talking is lie. Things are better. Things are moving in the right direction. And he feel that people shouldn't listen to people on social media and on radio and all of that. And people should just go on with the normal business because the country is doing well. Things are better in the country. And all the other things that people are talking about, it shouldn't be anything that you should look at or pay attention to. So we decided to come on here today and to get your take on it. We want you to tell us, is it a good thing for the people to assemble to come again and have a protest if things are not going in the right direction and people are not happy? Because from what we're hearing, that's why we decided to put our reporter out in the Republic of Liberia so we can actually get facts and have you informed on turning issue in the country. Because information we're getting from the Republic of Liberia is that things are terrible. There's no job, and when it comes to the healthcare, some hospitals are not running on a 24-hour basis, and people haven't been paid in November. And each time you go and talk to the government side, they tell you say that's lie. Things are straight, things are okay. I know I've been getting a lot of calls from Liberia, and a few of my family members have been asking me to pay school fee, which I refuse because those that are in college, and I understood, from what we understood was there should be free education. So if you're calling me from Liberia and telling me that I shouldn't believe that there's nothing free, and some of the teachers are not going to school and things are terrible in the country, we don't really know what to really believe now. And if the president aide is sitting next to in the president convoy, because the last time this guy was out, he came out and he put up a picture concerning a construction that was going on. He said in Lofa County, and found out that was a fake picture. That was a picture he pulled out from a different country. And he continued. I don't understand. What I don't understand is, I don't know whether he's the aide or he is the press secretary for the president, because we 1 minute Smith Toby will come out and say something. Another minute you have Carrasco. Each time the president go out, Carrasco is performing the duty of the press secretary. You got all the press there, but I don't know whether he was given a tax. I don't know what to believe or what to think right now. So I'm on here just giving this to you. You, the audience, you should be the judge. You should, where this information will give you and tell us, is the country on the right track? Is it right for a protest to come out where the people would demand from the leader and ask him to fire certain people or get rid of certain things and fight corruption, or they in the wrong direction? We want to say welcome to our viewers, and the phone number is on the screen, 215-954-1375, and the alternative number is 267-622-1936. And we want to also recognize some people on here. Dimion is one of our reporter who's going to be reporting directly from Liberia. I got Solo, I got Titu Tattoos. Rebecca is watching. Oh, my cousin is watching. Monica now. Thank you for watching. And I got Namu, George, and people keep coming on. What I want you to do is to please share the video for us as we dive into this thing and get your take on exactly what's happening in the country. You be the judge and you tell me if we're on the right path. Is it good for us to protest, for another protest to come, because they're saying they're going to protest and they're not going to leave. They're going to go and protest and demand certain things from the president. They're not going to leave until he acts. Is that the right thing to do? Or they shouldn't even go on the street? And for your information, that some good things that also came out. We also already got calls coming in. Hold on 1 second. Call your name and where you calling from. Hold on 1 second. We also have some good things from the Ministry of Information this morning with our man Eugene Fancon. There's some good things that turned up this morning where the president, those that got storage on the container, president tried to eliminate that. They say you should go to the port and see if you can get your storage at your container out for little or nothing. They also got rid of some other tax on certain things. So we want to say to our viewers, thanks for watching. And we got a caller on the line. Let me go to the line and talk to the caller. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Pay. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Okay, Philadelphia. Go ahead, Pay.
Yeah. For your topic of discussion this morning or this afternoon,
yes,
I'd like to give some contribution thoughts and discussion so that the viewing audience will understand why Henry Costa has put this on the forefront.
Okay.
And for your question, it is good for Henry Costa to put this up because if we continue to sit down and wait for our Liberian people in Liberia to take a stand, we will never succeed. Like you can hear from the Ministry of Information, Falcon saying that the president had done that. Why do you think the president will start reducing the import duty on container at the port at this time? Why do you think the president will start stopping the document for importation at the commerce at this particular time? It's because Henry Costa had to put these things out. It is not right for government to continue doing it. It is not right for government ministry to be selling the document. And when Costa continue to put the view of the people on the forefront, it becomes very much important for the people in the country. You see, this is April month. You got to understand. All Liberians should understand. April month is the month in which Bag of Matthew staged that rice project, the rice riot in Liberia when Torba increased his country rice by $23 and suppressed the parboiled rice. And that's the time we took out the street in Liberia, in Monrovia, and that rice riot led to the coup. All right, now this is April month. So when you see a demonstration has been planned to be staged, where we're going to have people from Nima, people from Sino, Maryland will be coming by the Maningo truck in Monrovia to block Monrovia for 1 whole week until the demand are met. You should know that in another rain, it will start raining again.
But don't you think it's going to cause a problem in Liberia for exactly for what is going on? Because what we're hearing, things are getting better, things are okay, and Costa is not credible to come out and initiate a protest where it's going to lead to another destruction. Don't you think this is not the appropriate time?
Now, anybody would think it's not appropriate time. Then the senators were not supposed to be sending document. They will not send document to Costa. Costa did not just get out and say that. Everything Costa is saying, he has been supported by inside information. He got key inside information. People from the legislature, okay? And they are the lawmaker. If they're telling Costa this thing is going wrong, please put it on so that the people will understand. Do you think that's something wrong? Do you think that's something wrong that Costa is initiating? He didn't initiate and just leave the people one side. Or he got document from the Commerce Ministry. He got document from Freeport. He got document from each ministry. He got document from places where things are going wrong, down to LEC. Costa does not just sit down. He got document and he speak on document. Okay? So that's not small thing he's doing. He's not doing it. And besides, people are supporting him. They say, well, what you want to do, we are going to support you. We are here for you. We're going to take this on the, change. It is not easy to accept change. And before change can come, somebody gotta lose their life for change. What happened when Barack Matthews staged that race riot in 1979? Bonnie Dexter, police director, ordered his men and they shot few guys in the crowd, and that what led the whole trouble. The whole trouble broke down right there. Okay? And that's change. And that's the only way they could bring change. Of course, somebody died. All right?
Yeah, but let me ask you something. You listen to the president annual speech, right? What the president said that things are better off under his administration than the earlier administration. There were a lot of protests from the CDC when they were protesting. The president came there, and the president been working, and he been doing a lot of great things according to his annual speech, that things are much better off than the earlier administration. Now, you got Dara DeLong, you got Mo Ali, and some of the names that are coming up that are going to be hailing and part of this council are all oppositions. Don't you think it's something like a setup that the guys are angry because George Manawia is the president, so they want to come out to demonstrate to be able to move this guy from power? Because some people saying that they are setting something up where they want to move. They're asking the president to resign. And from my understanding, Costa said he's not asking the president to resign, but he wants the president to meet up with certain demands for the people. And according to what we're getting with Carrasco in the car next to the president, from the update that we were getting, and it seems to be everything is great, because Carrasco says just individual in the diaspora who are just sitting here and just trying to incite hate and to put people on the street to lead to destruction, and everything is better in the country, things are good in the country, and it just people shouldn't listen to them. So do you think it's the right thing to do? I mean, do you think if these people come up, you think it's not going to lead to another problem?
Carrasco is a member of the CDC and is a member of the ruling party right now. Carrasco cannot be in the government and then criticize the government as though he a true Liberian, true patriot. Okay, Carrasco is not somebody that we can hear from, because the thing that even the president has said is not true. He has said that the university students were supposed to be free. They are not supposed to be paying any school fee. Now school started. Once I had not gone to the school administration. You
got information on that? You sure about that? Are you sure about that? You got any information about that?
We got information on that. $5,000 cannot do anything to the university. When you say school fee will not be paid by university students, when they have what we call student activity, we got lab activity. We all been to college. We know what our school fee is intended for. But if you say the school fee will not be paid by students and you're not even paying anything, what about the staff? The staff get incentive. Today, university students cannot even get anything. What you think they are going to? Who going to teach them? What are they going to learn? So we're not even thinking about that. These things are going on. We know education is the key to any viability of any country. But look at our educational standard. Look at our health standard at this time. It is not those things we have to concentrate on. It. Our people are illiterate. We will not blame them. those of who know, we got to stand up for them. We got to stand up for our people and make sure that somebody who said they are in power do the right thing. If you don't do the right thing, we will force you one way or another by non-violent disobedience to law. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
You see?
All right.
Non-violent disobedience to law. That's what we're going to do.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, caller, for your contribution, and we hope you keep watching and keep listening. And we want to say thank you very much for contributing. All right.
All right.
Okay. And we also want to say, Jay Rennie Dapo, thank you for tuning in. Thomas, Anna Heights, and the whole nine. Yeah, everybody keep call in and give your view on the protest that's going to be taking place on the 7th, according to what they said, on the 7th. And they already opened a GoFundMe, and they're asking everybody to contribute. And they're going to have people out there. They're going to make sure they're going to stay there and demand from the president, if he don't act, they're not going to leave. They're going to stay there until he fires Samuel Twe, and he got rid of the RPD, and so other many demands they're going to be putting together. They're also trying to set up a council. And we want to say welcome to Living Rich, Miss Davis, for watching. And Paul is on there. Paul Mobile, thank you for watching. Anthony William, thank you for watching. And we want to say the topic here today is concerning the Save the State protest that is about to take place in Liberia, which is being initiated by Henry P. Costa. So I listening to some people say Henry Costa should take his son while he's going to protest if he really mean business, and people are not happy, and some people saying it's the right thing to do. So my question to you is it the right time, and is it the right thing to do when the country is already in the state they claim that things are not good, and there's no job, nothing is happening, and they don't think people feel that they don't think it's necessary to have a demonstration right now. And Galasco also updated us today saying that things are good in the country, and you have people sitting in America and other places who are not happy that the president is George Manawiya is the president of the Republic of Liberia, and all they want to do is to incite hate and to come up. And the president is still popular. That's what he said. The president is very, very popular in Liberia. And anywhere the president goes, people come out to see the president. All over the place, people are waiting to come out and see the president. So what's your take on that? Is he right? Is he right for doing that? So the number on the screen is 215-954-1375. We call it. We are directly in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Weather is beautiful today. If you are at work, don't let them fire you to work and call here. Sit and just watch. All right. So we want to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We want to say, call in, ask a question, and respond to the different topic that I put up, and let's discuss it and be civil. Thank you so much for watching. Share the video, and let's go to a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hello.
Pick up your shoe before you get struck by the thunders.
Sorry.
You are in the house of Mawu Patopa Osobolisa. There is no fear. So my son, what can I do for you today in my shrine?
Many little islands know plenty. I want for them to be arrested. I want for them to go to jail. I want for them to be deported. I want for plenty of bad things to happen to them. I want to hear bad news when they want to get out in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Deep up on the beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
T12 on the beat.
If you want, yeah, my bad news. You and I, yeah, yeah, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. If you want, yeah, my bad news. You and I, yeah, yeah, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, my If you don't want to see me, you must wash your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me, you must wash your eyes. Wash it, oh mama.
Okay, we're back, and back to the topic. We're going to be here for an hour. We're almost gone. We're already gone, I think, 10 or 15 minutes into our time. And like I was saying, the Save the State protest, which is being initiated by Henry P. Costa, is it the right thing to do? Is it time for that? After all the things, wonderful things the president is doing in Liberia, do you think it's necessary for us to have a protest in Liberia, initiated in Liberia by Henry P. Costa, saying save the state, that he want to put people on the street for them to come and demonstrate? Is it the right thing to do, or is he in the wrong direction? So call the show and give me your take on it, and let me get to know if it's the right thing to do. Okay? And thanks for... Oh, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so... Okay, the number is actually on the screen. So I see people say they're trying to call and they're not getting through. The number is 215-954-1375. That's the number. The secondary number is 267-622-1936. That's the next number. So you can call that number. You can call that number and you should be able to get through. Let me see. Yeah, you should be able to get through when you call that number. Okay? So if you're watching, wherever you're watching for, I want to say good evening to you. And we are coming to you directly from the Philadelphia area, in the Northeast Philadelphia. We're asking you to tell us what's your take on this Save the State protests that Henry P. Costa and the others are trying to put together. And the fact is, the guys, the names that we are hearing on the Save the State protests are all members of the opposition. You're talking about men like Darrell DeLong, you're talking about Mo Ali, and we have some people that are coming up, and they are all resonating from the opposition party. So do you think this is the right thing to do, or do you think the guys are just coming up because they hit the fight, or because they lose election, or they hit the fight that George Manawiya is the president of the Republic of Liberia and is so angry and feel that this guy should be impeached or be taken down from office? So they're trying to be critical to make things difficult for this president, or they are in the right direction and things are not good in the country. From the update we got today from Carrasco says that group of guys who will hit the fight that George Manawiya is the president, and all they're doing is inciting hate and trying to put people on the street so people can do the wrong thing. So nobody should listen to them. And the president is very popular in Liberia. People love the president. And what they are talking about, the country is tough. Things are difficult. It's not like that. Things are improving. Things are getting better. And even if you listen to the president said he created 7,000 jobs. So if the president created 7,000 jobs just in a year, what's going to happen in 6 years? So are we in the right direction? And the president, they should give the president time for him to operate and for him to do the right thing. And people have already started paying to the GoFundMe page for Henry P. Costa and the rest of the guys who are asking people to go out to protest. So what's your take on that? Is it every time something happens in the country we're going to be on protest? Or we should be civil and sit and talk to the president? Because there are a lot of recommendations that were being given to the president. People saying he's not acting. People saying the president is silent. There are things that's going on. The president is not even coming up to set the tone, to talk and let people know exactly what's happening in the country, what's going on. Certain people getting prosecuted, certain people getting suspended from job, certain people stay in a position. People saying that Summer 12 should be out of his job by now and going for investigation. But this individual is still at the post and still working, still running things. And the president cannot live with us, Samuel 12, Nathaniel McGay, and Jefferson Koji, and the rest of the other guys. And I will tell you this. All the time the president was in opposition, you never heard the president criticizing nobody. The president never come out to say anything. The president never said anything. He was always mute. When he was in the Senate, he was mute. And people was aware the way the president do things. And the people voted for the president. 62% of the people in the Republic of Liberia voted for the president. Overwhelming, they're giving a strict mandate that they want the president to be president and perform the duties of the people. So, is he doing the right thing, or is he on the wrong path? What's your take? Call the show, and the number is 215-954-1375, and the alternate number is 267-622-1936. That's the alternative number. Call the first number because people saying they're not getting through. I don't know what's going on, but I know the number is right on the screen. So you can call that number right now and give me your take and tell me exactly how you feel and what you think is going on in the country. And we want to say happy birthday to all of you who are having your birthday today. We want to say happy birthday to you. And I'm going to read some of the comments here. George 2 Blamo is saying, are you saying they claim? That's what they said. People said they claim that according to, I'm just giving you what I heard and what was on there. Hold on one second. Let's take the this call. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Hello?
Yeah, your name and where you calling from.
Smith. Gene Smith.
Gene Smith. Okay, Gene Smith, go ahead. What's your take?
Calling from Liberia. Wait, me sit down because it's dark and I'm getting ready to sleep now.
Okay, what's your take, Gene Smith? Because thank God you're calling from Liberia. I know everything is good in Liberia. The country is good. Everything is fine. And people are trying to come out to bring...
Hold on 1 minute. Let me put my light on, please.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I was watching your show. I always watch your show.
Okay.
Thanks, and I enjoy it.
All right.
But my brother, I will tell you today, what we're going through in this country here, only God now we got to just ask for God to protect us or for God to go into the heart of the president and do the right thing. But the demonstration going to take place. It's not a demonstration to overthrow the government.
Okay.
But people, we are tired. Since the government came to power,
all right,
we just see people bailing, we just see people driving new cars, and people are going through hell. Nobody said, I personally, in the second round, I voted for CDC because I was tired with United Party, with the corruption and other things, thinking that this CDC government will live up to everything. But they're firing people from Civil 7. Even my closer friend, I will not even call your name. We need to go after him. And they want me, I'm not a friend anymore. I live in Chubo. They can kind of look for me.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Carter. According to what we're hearing from the government, that things are getting better. They are doing good. The president is building a lot of road construction is going on. The JFK have been, go to the JFK and see a lot of good things are happening in the JFK.
If you go to JFK, that means you want Dana. Just look for Jurobo and take it so you get better, yeah, my brother.
Okay.
If you say you're going to JFK, that means not because they pin the JFK in front of it, making logo, just one. Ain't no casket. The casket also go, but what tell you say inside the casket fans? You know what I'm saying? So if you sit in Liberia, just go look for the African herb and take it. Not because you're living in a country there, America, you think everything good there, or because they can show you on Facebook, because they get the time to do that. Tell us, some of us will do our own business, that's all. But our country there, my brother, I don't know what we're up to. I don't know what we're going, what we're heading. All the road they're talking about here. And Ellie, there were 12 years, she just signed road in 2016 at the same road at the professing. Government continue, my brother. That the same road is still going on. We ain't get no contract here for new road. We're talking about employment, you're talking about road. We ain't get car around the road. It's good. Me, a group of me said, a burning coal in the bush there, so at least I would ride on them. I can afford it, my brother. But now he said now if the people that who in the house now, they say we can eat a 12 cup of rice again, my brother. We eat Gary now, mix Gary with rice. Now what we're doing now, we eat half cup Gary and 1 cup rice. And now he says.
Okay, so things are really things you're saying that the government is not saying the truth, that things are terrible in Liberia, because looking at the situation where you got kids, do you have kids in college? Do you have kids in college?
I got 2 sons.
Okay, but you know.
To LU.
Okay, but you got free college, right? Free tuition, right? So you're not paying.
It's better listen. Let me tell you something now. It's better for me to pay that first money the first time the child go to school. It's better for me to pay here. Because the money I had to spend again to go register, it was not easy. Right now, I'm finna paying the other one, yeah.
So you
register now, all the small fee. I said for them, when I calculated it was $4 per course. I said for them, it was better for me to just pay the $4 per course than to get everything. We all wanted, we all made good. We voted. We were part of the 62%. For me, I discourage now. You know, in life, nothing right, my brother. Sometimes you think it's right, but not everything that glitter is good. We can't hear the president talking. We can't hear the president.
The president not talking. The president is not talking. The president is not talking regularly. You're not hearing the president at all. There's nothing coming up.
Even Ellen Johnson used to talk to the people, talk to us every week on radio. We will hear her talking and still trying to encourage the people. But I tell you, I don't know what's going on. We want to see the daily president house. We want to see when the president travel and come out with a private jet. We'll see the president doing things. We all wish it good for the president. But now, the play we just want to go on now. We just talking to everybody for the sake of all that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, caller, for calling. Thank you very much for calling. And
okay. Thank you for the show. I'm going to be. I can look outside. You might be the one talking and they come and look for me, but they won't look for me. They can look for me, but I will close.
No, the president. No, I don't think anybody will look for you. Thank you very much for calling. Okay. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a call from the Republic of Liberia, and if you're out there, you want to contribute, the number is on the screen, 215-954-1375. We're already gone 30 minutes into the time, and we're going to be leaving from here in the next 30 minutes. So if you're on and you want to contribute, go ahead, call in, and give me your take on that. What I don't understand, I don't really understand something, right? People saying that, I'm reading this guy's statement here where he said, even if it's okay, hold on 1 second. Hello, caller, your name and where you calling from. Hold on 1 second before you talk. Eku is saying that if you send in Jamaica to lead Liberia, people will still complain. I don't know about that. And the demonstration is being planned with the intention to disturb the peace of the people, and it is not healthy for Liberia. The failed politicians who couldn't win a single seat are the ones protesting and inciting people. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
This is J. Randy.
Hey, J. Randy Dapo. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, J. Randy Dapo.
I hear you. You say you got 30 minutes, so
okay.
I think I can take that 30 minutes and we can make some good sense out of the discussion here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because let me say this.
Okay.
All right. And I like to discuss things from the grassroots.
Okay.
You see, for 133 years, our country was led by a single party, and the level of damage that has been left on our country is not going to take 1 year. Later, it's going to take 20 years for Liberia to be compared to other African countries.
Obviously.
Now, we disagree in 1989.
Yep.
Every hell broke loose. Our constitution, our rule of laws, everything went down here. We went to war.
Yep.
Now, when we went to war, it's because we had a lot of disagreement. We came out of the war. For 12 years, the woman who is the Ebola of Liberian politics, called Eddie Johnson Belly, who disregarded the Constitution, who ignored the position that was even given to her when she won the senatorial seat. She never gave up until she brought total chaos to the country called Liberia. Now, when she became president, the very thing that she complained about, it was within the TRC. She never took upon herself to say, you know why? What I fought for, let me try to begin to implement this thing and rewrite the history of our country, redirect the history of our country. Eddie never did that. 12 years, he started over there, $16 billion gambling. Nobody said anything about that. But you got President Weah, and I'm not here to support President Weah because I'm going to rip him apart too. But you got President Weah who has been in the office for less than 2 years. And everyone want the thing that was ignored from 1847. They should all be addressed in less than 2 years. Look, from the beginning of our country as an independent country, some people who we call the elite, they got themselves together, took control of the executive, took control of the legislative branch, and took control of the judicial system, and decided to widen up the poverty gap and make sure that our people, the traditional people, face the harsh penalty of starvation. And with the two things in place, they led that country for 133 years. And all they did in that process, Joe, was to control the populations.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening today. If you look at the map geographically, there are more indigenous people who are living through starvation today. There are more indigenous people who are not educated. Why are we not having this conversation on why our people are not educated? And then look at the infrastructure. Why is it that Bogonjiri? Why is it that Brewerton, up to 171 years, our country has not been developed? But today, it's all George Weah for. It's all George Weah for. We should be fair enough to discuss the issue so that people who were not born during those days will understand who has their part to play and why. Ellie, they were what? For 12 years. All the time she was president, not a single coup d'etat came to her. But that woman looked at the Constitution after Doe was elected. They and the ACDL. It started in a very American year when you and myself were in Liberia. And say, you know what? Forget about God. Because one day talk would die by God plan. Forget about God. Forget about the Constitution. There will be 4 years. Forget about the Constitution. Forget about people rights. What about going to the United Nations, the UN? Forget about that. We are going to take on and destabilize that country. Anywhere in our country and cause the highest destruction in our country. That today the people who call Zogo are the post-war people that were left after the war came to an end. And then today we are talking about George Weah. Let me come to George Weah. You know, sometimes when I look at George Weah, it feels looking just a monkey. I'm sorrowful, but the thing I hear is not correct. And the reason I'm saying that I don't care about sedition. George Weah brought this thing on himself, and it's a heavy weight that he has to lift. If that man had audited Ellen to determine what Ellen had done for 12 years and brought this thing to the Liberian people, I don't think Oga Costa, I don't think Oga Alexander Cummings and the rest of the other politicians will have the ball to come and say they want to criticize Weah. So Weah has a very big role to play in the thing. He either supporting Ellen. That's why he doesn't want to audit Ellen. Because if you look at it on the flip side, the president of Sierra Leone, he said he's not going to wish on anybody, but he's only trying to determine how a predecessor used the country money.
Yes.
And to that, he is making airways. He went to the World Bank. The amount he requested for, they double that amount.
Yep.
But President Weah, you know what I have to say to Liberian who calling for sanctions? So, when you call for the sanctions, you are only harming the poorer people.
Yes.
Our population is 4.6 million. Now you heard the other guy just go from Liberia saying he got to he left home. Because he doesn't have that meaning to keep that man running.
Yep.
The bulk of the people in the country are suffering. They are not in touch with what is happening coming out. Let's just close our eyes and erase the 1 year, 6 months that President Weah was president and go back into the world 2016 and see how Sekou Kalasko was living. But his life has changed. So when Sekou Kalasko, Joe, we should not hate him for that. Those who are planning to make sure that what President Weah is doing, it is not in the interest of the Liberian people, should respect the democratic process. People die in our country for us to have a democratic process. So I think what the opposition needs to do is to begin to identify the weakness of President Weah and begin to educate the young people. Tell the young people about the challenges they will face in the next 6 years and the challenges that they are facing after the past 12 years, and teach the people responsible voting decisions.
So, Mr. Dabo, let me hold you right there. Are you saying Kalasko, then that Kalasko life have changed, so he's just concluding that everybody is okay, everything is fine? He's not giving...
No, what I'm saying,
okay,
whatever Eugene Fagon says,
yeah,
whatever Kalasko says,
yeah,
let those who are honor the belief system that President Weah is not doing enough go on the ground and verify these things. Because the problem that President Weah has created for himself, and I don't think anybody who is in the right state of administration will want to inherit those kind of things. You cannot take after Ellie, like the guy who talked about the JFK.
yeah.
How many people at JFK during the early time were in Florida? How many directors were there? What were the state? If President Weah did not carry on a program audit to determine how much improvement Ellie did, and when it went and inherited the problem,
Yeah, he got to blame.
And say, oh, everything is okay. How can we measure up President Weah success when we don't know what Ellie did at JFK?
Yeah,
so
that's
when he
correct.
says things like that, we send people down there to
Yeah.
go and verify.
Yeah,
All right? Now, let's look at Mayor Henry Costa. I heard you earlier before I left the office
okay,
that they are calling for GoFundMe data.
yeah,
That man, if anybody trusts that man, let me say this. Even Satan in hell don't even trust Costa right now. Costa is a very independable person. This man, I think part of his job is to carry on scan.
why you say that?
He may come out, give me the chance.
Okay,
Costa may come out with the good news. But not every good news can be considered true for you to believe.
okay,
Looking at the main character, this is a man who insulted Ellie and Joe Barker for almost 7 years. After Bernard U.S. lost the election, he took side with Omer Barker. When Omer Barker lost the election, today he's now in the camp of the opposition and bringing on board Alexander Comey, the very party that he refused when he first came to America. When they invited him to become member of the ANC, he rejected that when he was in the U.S. here. But today, he's taking side with them. My point here is, Aaron Costa, I want to understand what does he do for a living. Because as far as I know, this guy will go around and begin to blackmail people for money. And what was Costa so comfortable during the early administration that he's not comfortable with today? Because I believe that Costa, from what I noticed, early people were afraid of their character. So whenever there was a story, Costa will bring some story out, and you will never get a closure on that story.
yeah. But let me ask you that, J. Rennie Dabo. Do you know that Costa always coming up with report all the time that is correct? Whenever he come out, is this whatever report he come up with, most of the time, it will always be correct. Before people verify, the government will come up and try to say, okay, we went through, and people go do the findings and they find out that yeah, he's correct, he's right, everything he's saying is right. You know that?
I don't know what your intent of the question is, but I want you to end that question and I will answer it.
What I'm saying
answer your
is,
question, I will say yes.
okay.
So yes. So what come after my yes?
Okay, what I'm saying is, you're saying that nobody should believe this guy, and you don't think he got good credibility. So if he always coming up with positive and correct or report all the time, why should people not believe him? Why should people not listen to what he got to say? Because according to what he's saying, yeah, go ahead.
Joe,
Yeah.
every human being is defined on two principles.
All right.
Principle number one is your character. Principle number two is your ethics that align with society values. This very man, I just told you about this man's character. This man will only take side with people who will benefit him. Do you think if Costa really did not let Omen Joe Walker, when Walker lost, when you lost, do you think he will go take side with Walker? No. He may have getting some handout. And that's why he got on the air and started to campaign for Walker. If Henry Costa believed that the information he's sharing, which at times I agree to accept.
Okay.
If you think the information he's sharing was something that people will believe in a character and not of the message that he gave to people, you think he was not going to be represented today?
Oh yeah.
Why you think Henry Costa was not elected? Because of his character. He insulted people. He had no respect for people. You can be the good child on earth, but if you not measure up to certain things, sometimes they got smart people on the job who are like the brain of the company. But if their behavior is going to tarnish the image of that company, they will let you go. Because it's better for the company to have better reputation than for you to have good people who will damage the image of the company. Costa has not been a very stable person in what he wants to do. If you look at a guy like Rush Limbaugh, the guy who he wants to imitate, when now have you seen Rush Limbaugh going to the Green Party? When now have you seen Rush Limbaugh going to the Democratic Party? No matter what happened to the Republican institution, Rush Limbaugh will remain unchanged. But Henry Costa is a guy who all over the map.
Okay, let me say this. Let me hold on 1 minute, Mr. Dapo. Let me let people to know that Rennie Dapo was a member of the CDC. Okay, he's still a member of CDC. He ran the campaign for because people asking the question. I just want you to know because this we just want to get that clarified for people to know that Rennie is a member of the CDC and he ran a campaign for George Manawia, and because of the way George Manawia is proceeding, Rennie is not happy and he's not happy for that, and he decided to, I think, suspend his membership. Right, Rennie? Am I right?
Well, you are in the direction, but here, let me speak for myself because I'm not there. When I'm there, people cannot talk for themselves.
Okay, that's correct.
R.J. Rennie ran the campaign for Mr. Weir, and we ran a very good campaign. All the guys you see better than this is because we beat them to the curve.
Okay.
Because we have a very successful campaign that caused President Weir to become the president. But here is what makes me very exceptional from many other people, and all other people can copy me. During the campaign on November the 6th, 2017, when President Weir had not been elected, there was a question posed to me during the campaign. If President Weir wins and does not do the right thing, what will you do? And I got that on audio, and thank God it's on Facebook. I told that caller and every Liberian that listens to the tone of my voice that if Mr. Weir does not do the right thing, I will come right back here and criticize him constructively to do the right thing. And do I think that Tunisians like me? No, even today. Many of them do not like me, and that's why I have given them 3 protocol, plus the 5th one is the one I end. They got the white Tunisian. Those are the people that don't see anything wrong and keep their mouth shut. And I'm the one who champion that. If Mr. Weir is doing the wrong thing, I will criticize it constructively. There are yellow solutions who are unnecessary and waiting. No matter what we are done, they will never say anything because they're hoping that one day he will call them for a piece of job. Then there are the rare solution. If you come here and say Weir is doing well and don't see anything wrong with Weir, they will praise you. But by the moment you say Weir should declare answer, then your man will become the order of the day. They will start to insult you. My point here is, I am a citizen, but I stand for values and I stand for principle. And I will say this on record, I don't need a job. And here's what I say to people. If President Weir want to give me a job, he got to send me that package that will tell me how much I'm going to be making. And if that pay does not commensurate how much I make in America, I will not take that job because that's how people breed corruption in the country. If the man leave from here and go get an unpaid job and he got enough debt to pay here, it's an automatic practice of corruption.
Okay, let me ask you something, J. Rennie Dapo.
I was finishing the Costa thing.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your Costa thing.
My point here is there is nothing that I see wrong with Costa except for the way he conducts himself.
All right.
This man, he got children just like many of us. But the way he conducting himself, he's like a chameleon. He changes color, he changes shape. But for me, I don't see what side he's on right now. And I can bet you right now, if President Weah leave office and those that Aaron Costa is talking for right now, if they become president and do not subscribe to what Costa wants, he will go after them because Costa has a history. Until Mr. Costa can begin to define his character and remain very stable, he will be a better person. Just last year, the early part of this year, Costa went on Smith Tobe show and said to Smith Tobe, I cannot be an advocate anymore. I have my left to live. And he became friends with President Weah. The next thing you know, there were people who trusted Costa when he was against the CDC administration, against Joe Burger. They all felt disappointed in Costa. Because when Costa was insulting Joe Burger, that he had all the sleeping, there were people in the corner that were against the United Party and supported what Costa said against Omer Burger. But when he joined the Omer Burger account, he tossed the people to the wayside. When he went on Smith Tobe show and said, I cannot be an advocate, he tossed other people to the wayside. What kind of man is he? So you can bring all the good news, Joe, but your character will measure who you are. You see, that one in America, when people say every black man is bad, what the people always say, don't judge a man by his color, but by the doing the direct opposite of that. Until you can get himself together. Now, before I end all the story, this man said Transnational got missing. But when ATM, Luther ATM came out and said, we found the Transnational. Because I got $24,000 electrically as I heard. He never came back to the people to say, you know what? The information that was provided by Luther ATM or whatever they call them is untrue or it is not true. But today now I'm hearing that he going to Liberia and he asking for GoFundMe. Because he feel that these oppositions, they are desperate. They are waiting to put anything on risk because they don't appreciate what President we are doing. And Costa is exploiting them. And they're not understanding. But one day they will get to know. Because for 10 years I have studied Lrtn culture and politics. And I know exactly how Costa is playing. Costa and myself, we had a friendly discussion. I used to love him when he used to be very independent. But that would be another story as to why I disagree with him on some issue aside from what I have said. Okay. So I'll put that Costa story to rest.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you something, Rennie. Looking at the situation in Liberia, the president keep going to places where they got fire. He went and said he's going to construct 60, I think, or 60 unit in, I think, some unit in 60 days. And I stand to be corrected. And he went this morning to another place where they have fire again, going over there. Do you think it's the right thing for the president to do, to keep doing, where anytime a house burn down, he's going to go there and he's going to address? You don't think that he should listen to or direct that to a certain committee that's supposed to do it? You think it's the appropriate thing he's doing? And let me ask you something before you go forward. Was there any promise given to you by President Weah during the campaign that you didn't have the opportunity to work in the government, that you upset about, that you suspended your membership?
Joe, first of all, when you do the word upset, then you compromise my promise that I made to the Liberian people.
Okay.
Because I am on hit, I am on wire. Even before the president became president,
and I said in my broadcast that if he doesn't do the right thing, I will come right back for him here. You know President Weir, his character is no different from many Liberians who going to keep or going to get vexed with people.
Yeah.
Do you think if I had made that remark and President Weir promised me a job, you think I was going to get that job? No. You think if I was a guy who was bidding for a job, do you think I was going to make that remark? No. But I stand by it because I know my strength, I know my qualification. So the issue of people saying I'm angry, no, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm only fulfilling the promise that I made to the opposition. And if Weir doesn't do the right thing, I will come right back here. I wish you had that audio where you could play it right now so they can listen. You don't put CNN going back in time and bringing things that present politicians did in the past to justify their character. I'm trying to uplift my character. So on that issue, no. If President Weir want to give me job package in America here, when you offer you the package to determine whether you take that job, include your pay to compromise what I'm making. Because of Liberia. Taking heavy sum of money, people may prejudge me now, but I can say this for a fact. I will not take any job in that country if that job is not given to me as a package for me to determine how much it is going to be, so that when I get to Liberia, I can work on my paycheck and not to go and sleep on the other people. No.
Okay.
There may be many Liberians, but I'm not in that number. I would be the one that would take the alternative route. There are many people say, what are you doing beyond your will with all the expertise you got? And I say, not everybody got to fall by the wind. Some people got to go against the time.
Okay.
And I went. Now,
okay.
President Weir.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute, Randy. Call up from 410 number. Hello?
Yeah.
You on the,
how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Hold on 1 second, okay? I just want Randy to wrap up, then we'll bring you on, okay? So hold on 1 second. I'm sorry for the long delay, the long wait. Yeah, go ahead, Randy, Mr. Dapo.
Okay, yeah, so the other call, let me come in and have a say. So on the question of President Weir behavior of going from one community and not going to the other community, because I see that as a behavior practice. And the behavior practice sometimes comes in as a selective attitude. President Weir, the people around President Weir, the problem they brought to President Weir is more than the problem in any mathematics book. That's the kind of people they are. President Weir also react on his instincts. As a leader, there are times that you must react on your instinct, but that instinct should not be used at all times. Because there are times that people will look at your level of administration to determine who you are. The president going from one community to another is a good leadership style. But when you be elected, then it becomes a matter of where your interests lie or where are your priorities. You know, when you look at the quadrant, there are 4 quadrants, start from 1 to 4. What are your priorities? What do you consider to be your priority? You know, the people who fell in our pit in Nima County, and the president did not go there. That's a shame on him. Because if you remember in Chile, when the 12 miners were in the ground, the president of Chile that year, they all supported the miners in our home. And with the president present in Chile, and with all the nation's support, the entire world focused on Chile. Yep. President Weir, no matter the excuse, he should have gone to that place and console the family and talk to them. But the problem that the president has is in twofold. One, people around him are selecting things for him, and 2, he's caving into those things, and that is why people are calling for all these demonstrations. And trust me, a guy like Magil, my own friend Samuel Tour, honestly speaking, these guys are not qualified for the position. I'm sorry to say this to my friend Tour, but when it comes to performance and measurement, we all sit out in the classroom and there's nothing to be seen about. But they are not making it better. The textbook knowledge fail. Everything you see on the Weir administration from most of the officials have been operating on the textbook level. And when you don't have the practical experience, the test teach and the practical, if he's not there, then it will just become a matter of guess and guess. And that's why I'm calling on the to reshuffle this government and reset the tone so that one thing I say from Carrasco, the president is very popular. And with the other politicians, they stand no chance to beat the president. I can tell you that now. With all the things that we are doing, if they are not careful, again. And I believe if he don't run for the next time, he will win because I know Liberian politics. So, question for me?
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
I don't know what you want to do with me next.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rennie. Thank you very much. And I got another caller on the line. Caller, your name and what you calling from. And,
Okay.
And that was Rennie Depo from Philadelphia, and he was a full member of the CDC. So go ahead, caller from 410. How you doing and what you calling from? Your name and what you calling from?
My name is Thomas Ansumana.
Sumana, okay.
Calling from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I agree 100% with Mr. Dapo.
Okay.
And Mr. Dapo has told us over and over again that at the beginning of the campaign, he promised if this government does not, do the right thing, he was going to come. And that's what he's doing.
Okay.
But I will remind Mr. Dapo that Costa is not an activist. Costa is a politician. And Liberian politicians are not truthful to the Liberian people.
Okay.
They are never, loyal to, or they never follow their promises to the Liberian people.
Okay.
So, and let's look at this. Judge Weah is very popular. Even from the onset, he was playing football. Okay, every Liberian loves him. No Liberian hates Judge Weah. But he came to power, and before he came to power, he said he was going to do a change, right? Bring a change.
Bring a change.
Let's agree that Weah has just served 1 year and a half in power, but before he came to power or to office, he and his lieutenants promised to bring Lrtn to justice, right? To book.
Yeah.
They were always chanting, Lrtn must be tried. Lrtn is corrupt. Lrtn is that. So, having said that, he has not done these things. And this is why the Liberian people are angry with him, because he told the Liberian people that he was going to do this, and he's not doing it. Secondly, Costa and Dillon, they are very popular in Liberia. Costa has the largest follower on the talk show, even in Liberia.
Yeah.
So I follow him sometimes. If you listen to Costa in the morning broadcast, people that come from Liberia, listen to what they say on Costa's show. Okay? So, let's look at the situation in Liberia today. And the caller that spoke before Mr. Dapo came in. You heard what he said? He lives in Liberia.
Yeah, he lives in Liberia.
He's speaking from reality.
Yeah.
He's on the ground. He's on the ground. And some of the things that government doing, we have been saying Judge will have to come out to talk to the Liberian people, to explain to the Liberian people.
Yeah.
That's what the Liberian people want. And for Samuel Tour, decision to infuse that 15 million or 25 million in the market inappropriately without going through the financial sector, that was a mistake. You can't do that. You can't do that in government. And since they have launched our investigation, it's dragging. The investigation is dragging. And we look at the Kabila Janet case. When it happens, that case did not take no time. The investigator is so quickly, and it's ended, they came out with decision. So if you're talking about country resources that have been spent inappropriately, and you say you're going to put in on investigation on those things, and it's dragging like this, then we will have problem with it. You're not being, very realistic to the Liberian people. Okay, all what the people want, Mr. Dapo is preaching his own way of how to deal with the solution that he should reshuffle the government, but the campaign that they're coming to run on June 7 or what have you, they are saying they must fire Samuel Toure, they must fire McGill, they must fire other government officials. Okay, they are all pushing the same thing but in different tone. You understand? So we have to have the president, come to his promise to the Liberian people that he was going to make a change, but we don't see the change coming, and this is why the Liberian people are angry.
Okay.
So I would like to say thank you very much for bringing me on your show, and that's my take No, towards it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. I was a caller calling from Maryland, Baltimore.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, hold your thought, and tell me exactly how you feel about this Save the State protest that is being initiated by Henry P. Costa. Henry P. Costa, I want to say welcome to the show. I see you on there, and just keep following us, and we're going to be right back in a few minutes. We got a caller that is coming on the line, and let me tell you, caller, say call out your name and where you calling from. We're going to go for. Hold on 1 second. We're going to be right back. Let's go take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on.
Hello.
Pick up your shoe before you get struck by the thunders.
Sorry.
You are in the house of Mawu Patopa Osogolisa. There is no fear. So my son, what can I do for you today in my shrine?
Lrtn know plenty. I want for them to be arrested. I want for them to go to jail. I want for them to be deported. I want for plenty of bad things to happen to them. I want to hear bad news when they want to get out in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. You drive on the beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
T12 on the beat.
If you want, yeah, my bad news. You and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want, yeah, my bad news. You and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Boss, oh mama, enemies of progress. They don't want to see you shine. See you shine, mama. Enemies of progress. They don't want to see you prosper. Prosper, yeah. They want to see you die. They not want to see you shine. They want to see you cry. They not want to see you smiling. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I do it. We try I do it. Yeah. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I do it. We try I do it. Yeah. If you want, yeah, my bad news. You and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want, yeah, my bad news. You and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me, yeah, you must close your eyes. Boss, oh mama,
be a bombe, you can't pass my eyes, hey. Enemy of progress, you can't see me, oh. I waiting from you, I Gucci, Prada, enemy, they want scatter man, dada, what am I carrying me, they fella. I look at them and swallow me. Any mess all around me, I can't see them all.
Yeah, yeah. You want yeah say I suffering. You want yeah say I crying. You want yeah say I dying. You and I, yeah. God forbid. You want yeah say I broke. You want yeah say I break down. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, Baba
If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. Come for babe, baba thing. Come for babe, baba thing. Come for babe, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must wash your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me, you must wash your eyes. Wash it, oh mama. Come for babe, baba thing. Come for babe, baba thing. Come for babe, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. Very cute. Jackie Franco. Rich Kuna. Two super brother. DJ Eddie. D12. They can make it up. They can try it, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, this is Lrtn, as usual. This is G. Made Cannibal himself sitting in this seat tonight. I saw Henry Costa. Henry Costa watching the show. Brother Costa, this is your man. I'm here taking over for Joe Anderson, who is our producer as well. So we will be here to bring you Mona Kishen. Money calling. I'm still here, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, Money, if you're listening to me, call 267-622-1936. This is G. Made Cannibal himself sitting in the seat tonight, and we can discuss this issue as Joe Anderson take care of some business, and he's going to be back as the show continue. So we are here. The situation in Liberia is a grave one. Economic situation is in shambles. And of course, as you may already know, people are coming day and night. One of my friends just came back from Liberia. I was just talking to him today, just a few seconds ago. He said the country is in dire strait, and the economic situation is bleak. So those of you that are in television and radio land, this is your Homo 7 G. Made Cannibal sitting in for Joe Anderson right now. Joe gonna be back. Money, if you're watching and you're listening to me, call in so that we can all those callers that wanted to talk. You want to add out you want to hear your voice. You want to be heard in Liberia. Call this show 267-622-1936. And as my man Joe Anderson was saying, if Henry P. Costa can call me, brother, this is I'm your older brother, Henry. You know that. And you and I was at Charles Johnson's funeral the other day, and I was able to talk to you. And I'm always happy to talk to you, Henry. Talk to us because we all in the same business. And you know I've been in this business longer than you, Henry. But at the same time, I got to respect you because you're my little brother. I love you. I love your wife. I love the family. And you know I've been to your house several times. You and I had many conversations concerning the situation in Liberia. And our country is suffering right now. So if you have anything for us to talk about, please call me. Not only Henry Costa, but anybody watching this show who have something to say, call 267-622-1936. And we're here discussing the situation in Liberia from the health system of our country. Mr. P is calling in. Caller, one of our own is calling. Mr. P, are you there?
Yeah.
You know, you have not spoken to Cannibal in a long time. Cannibal is on the show. Joe Anderson was doing this thing, but he had to go for a few minutes, so he's gonna be back. What you got for me?
I was if Henry Costa is on the line or will be watching this, I wish he would listen to me so he can address some of the accusations that were made by J. Rennie Dabo against him as he undertake this particular demonstration that is ahead of us. That's why I'm calling you so that Henry Costa can take the floor.
Well, hold on 1 second, Mr. P. Hold on. Yeah, Prito.
Yeah.
What you got for me?
Yeah, okay. We live? We live, right?
Yeah, we live.
Okay. Just to let the caller know, we in America and we got to perform our parental duties. So I had to leave to go and pick up my kids, but I had a caller that was on the line calling from Edinburgh.
Okay.
So he's going to call you back and he's going to give his view and I'm going to be right back. So thank you.
All right. So we are waiting the caller from Willingboro to call back. Mr. Page for on the line. Mr. Page, let me go back to Mr. Page and see as whether he stayed on the line. Mr. Page, are you there? Mr. Page? Mr. Page, are you there? Mr. P? Mr. P? I lost you for a minute.
Yeah.
You were saying something concerning the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were discussing the upcoming demonstration that will be led by Henry Costa.
Okay.
And in that regard, one of our friends, J. Rennie Dabo, gave a strong accusation to the credibility of Henry Costa. And when I heard you saying that Henry Costa is watching, I was thinking that he will be watching to hear so that, he can, say something toward his credibility that being damaged by Rennie Dabo a few minutes ago.
Well, I think Henry Costa, if you're listening, this is the place for you to come, my brother. We always love to have you, Henry, and anything that we are doing here, we hope that you can be a part of it. I see, but we invite Mr. Costa on the show as usual for him to come and clarify what you had to clarify. But I think Mr. Anderson will be back for us to continue the show. Yeah, the show is going on, but we are losing the feed, the cable feed, so we have to actually wait until Mr. Anderson get back because I think something went wrong here. We're having some technical difficulties, so when Mr. Anderson come back, I think we'll continue the show, even though we we we, we are having a show without Mr. Anderson. So basically, I think I'm having some situation here, So you are aware, Mr. Fish?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Henry Costa will come on the show, and we have to talk to him. Oh, no, he wants to pick up insurance. Who carried it up? Oh, okay. my phone here, some kind of wire, my man, the whole thing disconnected. I tell you. Yeah. Yeah, drink coffee. Hold on. Go. Yeah. 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 Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Hello.
Yeah, come on,
Pick up your
John.
shoe before you get struck by the thunders.
Sorry.
You are in the house of Mawu Patopa Osogolisa. There is no fear. So my son, what can I do for you today in my shrine?
Many little Lrtn know plenty. I want for them to be arrested. I want for them to go to jail. I want for them to be deported. I want for plenty bad things to happen to them. I want to hear bad news when they want to get out in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Deep up on the beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
T12 on the beat.
If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best thing. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Boss say, oh mama, enemies of progress. They don't want to see you shine. See you shine, mama. Enemies of progress. They don't want to see you prosper. Prosper, yeah. They want to see you die. Then I want to see you shine. They want to see you cry. Then I want to see you smile. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I do it. Which cry I do it. Yeah. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I do it. Which cry I do it. Yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best thing. If you don't want to see me, yeah, you must close your eyes. Boss
a Bombay, you can pass my eyes, hey. Any may progress, you can see me, oh. I waiting from you. I Gucci, Prada. Any man, they want scatter man, dada. Fella, what a man carry me, they fella. I look at them and swallow me. Any man all around me, I can see them all. Yeah. Oh yeah, say I'm suffering. You oh yeah, say I'm crying. You oh yeah, say I'm dying. You and I, yeah. God forbid. You oh yeah, say I'm broke. You oh yeah, say I'm break down. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Now, hey, you waiting for. Now, my bad news, you waiting for, yeah. If you want, yeah, my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want, yeah, my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing. God forbid, Baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must wash your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me.
Already made it.
Baby, sexy and back, talk it. Look at her front, talk it. Look at her back, talk it. Look at her size, supper. When you see Buju, know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. Whoa. That girl carrying some US. Whoa. Wanna sexy, come over now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, liso. Look at you. Look at you, na. Oh, back on the chest on the play. They play on the dance stand. On yeah, you okay with colors. You okay with colors. And I will okay with colors. You are respect. Capital A, capital B. You are respect. Why you in the money, child? You are respect. You carry 10 out of 10. You are respect. 10 out of 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Look at her back. Look at her front. Look at her waist. Look at her hips. Baby, pam, atoma. Someday she let go be in G. Someday she let go be in dress. Someday she let go be in sex. Red, white, and blue. International beauty. International body. International baby.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say sorry for the little glitches. You know, when you got kids in this country, it's not an easy thing. They just called me and told me that the lady that's supposed to help me pick up my kids didn't show up, so I had to go there. So I'm going to pay another $30 extra. So I had to run down the street to make sure I get the kids home. So I'm sorry for that, but I was on here with Rennie Dapple, and I got Henry Costa is on the line. Henry, Mr. Costa, I wish you could call and contribute and give a little idea or a little gist on exactly what is going on the protest. Okay, we got Monica Shen from Winnie Borough is on the line. Winnie, what's your take?
Well, thank you, Mr. Anderson. I've been listening to the show since on my way home.
Okay.
I listened to the first guy who called from Nigeria, and I could hear his voice like someone who's sleeping.
Okay.
But he's on the ground. He gave his own take.
Yeah.
And then I listened to Randy.
Okay.
Randy, he gave some things. But my question here, and maybe he will block me again because whenever I ask that question, he will block me from his page or whatsoever. Randy tried to blame other people. We knew, Liberian people know, not all, but some know the history of Liberia, where the problem started from. The problem in Liberia today is not just today's problem. But we got a new government. Let us be frank with each other. We got a very new government. And I said it yesterday on your show. Ellie made a statement. She said she was bad in and fighting corruption and uniting the country. I think the CDC government is supposed to capitalize on that, to unite the country and to fight corruption. And if my memory can serve me right and I stand corrected, President, we have said his government was not coming to be, it was not going to recycle corrupt officials or either former government officials. Is the president right to appoint? When it comes to civil servants, president do not ready to remove civil servants for that technician. But from assistant minister and director general, president appointed. But with the situation in this country in Liberia right now, we're talking about roads. Everything the president said, he's not still delivering. Yes, he meant well. He wants to see good roads, but there are a lot of sacrifice that come with these things. When they say poor, there are a lot of sacrifice. Just like if you want to build your house in Liberia, you will have to slow down in spending $1,000 on clothes. You have to slow down spending $1,000 on entertainment because you want to build a house. That's the thing with the poor. I just the common way of saying that all the officials who got all the fat and checks or benefits, we need to cut it down because we need to take people out of poverty. It's not that the people are drinking milk or not everything, no. But the people believe in this government. That's why they give this government 60 to 62% vote. But other people jump. But people are frustrated. But let us say this. It is the right of the people in Article 1 of our Constitution. That's their right to assemble and call the government to or call the government to appoint or put the government on the right path. That if things is not going well, that is what they elected you for. They want you to do the right thing because they believe within themselves that the problem in Liberia is not from the president, it's from the people who surrounded the president, the people who advise the president every day. And the number one advisor to the president are cabinet ministers. So that is why they want to demonstrate. Like today I was listening to Deep Flow threatening people that he will kill Costa, he will kill this other person. You know, we put that was there on record. But yet again, we accuse other people of insulting the president. So if you come out, that's why I say I do not condone people who use profanity when they're giving the message because profanity kills your message. It kills the message. But Deflo spent almost 45 minutes insulting opposition. What you mean by opposition? The people who are criticizing the government today, these are the people who supported the government. Like my friend Randy Jappo, who supported this government 100%, gave them victory, but in less than 5 months, he was on this radio on social media, criticizing the government.
Yeah, but you understood Rennie Dapple, right? Rennie Dapple said he did make a statement when he was supporting the president that if the president doesn't do the right thing, he was going to come back immediately and start to fast check the president and to let people know that the president is not doing the right thing. That's what he said. So when he started observing that things were going the wrong way, that's why he came back out and he said he had a tip. He had a tip and saying that if the president didn't do the right thing, he was going to come back to speak up.
According to him, that's what he said. He said that I'm not going to go in for it. I'm not going to say no or that. But let me tell you something. In life, he criticized other people to stand for something. He criticized, he said, Rush Limbaugh, no matter how the Republican Party goes, he stayed by the Republican Party. Good. He said something. He said Henry Costa jumped from one. I'm not a fan of Henry Costa. Let me get a reality. He's not somebody to say, oh, yes, I can prove to his shit. I think for myself. I'm an independent thinker. So He said Henry Costa jumped from one party to another party. But there are men who supported George Weah. You are supposed to stand because in leadership, when it comes to president, it's not no corporation. When this president comes into power, there are a lot of things that will get his feet wet. He got to settle himself. So you gave him time. But you was the supporter. But if you, the supporter, can criticize the president in less than 5 months, okay, the president took over in January, February, March, April. April was in Liberia when I listened to when I saw his podcast, his show criticizing George Weah. So that means he gives George Weah 3 months. So when you voted for George Weah, you criticize, you put George Weah in the power, can criticize him. Then what do you expect about people who criticize George Weah during the campaign? Let me put it this way, Mr. Anderson, tell me the truth. You criticize your own son. I never supported your son. Now I criticize your son. Why you won't get that to put criticize him? When you that push your son there, you supposed to give your son all the support. That man who are gone within the CDC and criticize within the CDC, but not to come up and after you dress the devil, then you want to undress the devil. Who has said this? I support that comment, but I'm not a DNC member. But right now, personally, I'm not a communist supporter. I'm not George Weah supporter. I'm not nobody's supporter. I am a supporter of the Republic of Liberia.
So you agree? So you're going to support the protest that Costa is asking?
I don't like to call it protest. Okay. If the protest or the assembly that is going on that they want to participate, that they're going to do, if there's any bad intention, I personally will not support it. If they just want to have a peaceful march to call upon the government to say, listen, since you took over, this is the mistake you're making, and this is what, because they elected the government. The government, the president works for the people of Liberia. That taxpayer money paying them, the legislature, it's not going to be for the government alone. It's not going to be for the government. If they were going to call me now and say, we want to put this whole thing into place, you know, I will start from I will make sure every district demonstrate against the representative first and the senators. Okay. Every county will demonstrate, will petition the senator and the representative first and tell them that you guys are not even doing your job because it's a check and balance. 3 branches of government. We got the legislature, we got the judiciary, we got the executive. The legislature there to check on, make laws and do other things. But you're not even checking on the executive is not even checking, they do their own thing. When you look at our constitution, the president is very, very powerful. There are a lot of things there, but there are a lot of things there for the legislature themselves. The legislature are more partisan than the people they represent. So our judicial system is broken down. You get it? So it's like George Weah alone doing everything. He goes to every disaster, like the people that the houses that got burned. He went there. It's good. The president needs to show up to these places. But the president too is selecting. I don't know if that is the advisor telling him he's selecting certain places that he needs to go. He should have gone to Nima County, or even if the police station that got burned in Makili. All these little things. Yes, the president made all the appointments. He needs to show up. He's not the president for CDC. CDC is not a country. It's just a political party. They got his back. Behind closed doors, they can defend the president. But the president should stop only speaking to sedition because when he speaks to sedition, you hear that noise. That noise is too small. He need to, if I was around there, I'm telling you, if I would put the president on media every week, sit behind his desk and give a word of encouragement to Liberian people. This thing here, we need it together. Rome is not built in one day. You can break a house down, but it will take time. We get out of it. When Liberian people hear you talking every weekend, you address that. You got to go in from 10,000 people. Just put it right, sit behind your desk, and talk to Liberian people. You don't want to do it live. You can record and put it on YouTube, put it on over. Ellen did it. Let the Liberian people hear you talking to them. 1 or 2 times you call 2, 3 press people, come and sit in your office, and you have a press conference. Let them say whatever they want to say. Once you get 51% of the Liberian people, that's a good thing. You go up, that's a good thing. But you cannot run for the people. The president will have to live for opposition for the next 6 or 12 years. Okay. If the president can do good for now to yesterday, people will still contest against him. Yeah. People will still participate in this election, my brother. Let me tell you the real truth. But my thing is that I listened to J Flow today and D Flow and whatsoever. What is the difference between you, Flow, D Flow, and Prophet Key that insult the president? But you insult him everybody that looking at you. This, you that, you that. I will kill Costa. I will make sure my son Costa gets to that girl, he will die. You put yourself on record.
Yep.
They can arrest you.
Okay.
And I make sure I recorded that. In fact, I recorded it and keep it. Because if anything happens, we'll look at you, but we're not going to arrest you. We ain't got no power to arrest you. But technically, you saw what happened today in Europe. They just arrested Hassan, Al-Assad.
Yeah.
The guy who did all these things. They went into this. So we got to be careful how we put ourselves on record there. Talking about killing people. When we're killing people, there will be no war going to Liberia. I'm telling you, Liberians are tired of war. But what we're going to do now will be a lot of talking. We got to conscientize our people. And it will happen, friends. It will happen in Liberia. People will understand. They will come to a conclusion where when to vote, how to vote for our leaders. The president is not a good problem. You take the president or you put John Brown there, you still get the other people down, send them to the But also, you see the teaching that record from the hand. I'm telling you, when you see snake, you can't stay in your teeth. Now, all you be thinking, you can't stay in your teeth. But let's take off your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So everybody get power. I don't want to hear division speaking for the president. We never elected them. I ain't like no prince who supported the world city or this who can't talk to me. Who supported the president. He's the president of the Republic of Liberia. I want to hear from him. Don't tell me what the president is thinking about. Let the president just talk to the people of Liberia and say, my people, we inside together.
Okay.
We're not going nowhere.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution, and we hope that you come back on this show and contribute as usual. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm reading the comments on here, and I see my brother Savannah. Savannah say, okay, Savannah, is the sound improved now? Is it better? Can you give me a thumbs up, or can you say something? Because you say improve the quality of the voice. So just tell me if it's better. If it's better. And the Cash App you see on the screen, that's the Cash App number over there. We put it up there. We do take donations. All right. We are a non-profit organization. This network is for the Sharing Development Foundation, and it's a non-profit organization. Every proceeds we got here, we try to give it back to the community, and also try to see if we can redirect the funds directly to Liberia to help somebody. So I don't want people to think that we're just on here trying to collect cash, for ourselves. So this network is being owned by the Sharing Development Foundation. So the Cash App number you see on there, you can use that number to call, or you can also use that number to donate something. That's why we put it there, because people have been asking us a lot what we can do or something. Okay, another thing is I got my man G Madakanimo is going to be joining us in a few minutes. G Madakanimo is not technical, all right? He's the journalist. He's a journalist, but he's not technical. So I was not here. I think you heard him talking, and he said some people say the picture disappeared and all of that. But I had to go take care of something, and I see somebody asking a question, say, "Are you invisible?" So, but keep the calls coming, and the topic here is it right? I know I want to recognize Henry P. Costa, who is on the show watching. I want to recognize Zola Zo, or I want to Nancy, or Marian, Sam, or Yoni, and Savannah, Xavier, Mana. Oh, that's my sister-in-law from the Republic of Liberia. And I want to recognize everybody on the show. Listen, this is your platform. What do you think about the protest that's going to be taking place on the 7th of next month? And it's headed by Henry P. Costa. Is it the right thing to do, or is it the wrong thing to do? So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And I will have my man G Madakanimo sitting right next to me. He's not going to be in the hot seat, but we're going to call it a cold seat. And we'll be right back.
Hardy made it.
Baby, sexy and bad. Talk it, look at her front. Talk it, look at her back. Talk it, look at her size. When you see Buju, you know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Baby, making some US. That girl carry some US. When no sexy, come with you. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, liso. Look at.
my man G Money Cannibal sitting right next to me. The guy who was on things and he was invisible. Nobody could see him, but they could hear him talking. And the back. And Mr. Cannibal, so welcome to the show too.
Thank you.
I've been trying to replace you.
Joe Anderson.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, but I think a lot of Liberian people don't understand what democracy means. If they did, they will not criticize anybody who wants to lead a demonstration into Liberia because Liberia is a democratic country. This is not just my opinion. This is the truth I'm trying to tell you. Those of the people that are watching this show and those are the people who live here in the US of A, United States of America. One thing that they are forgetting is the fact that about 1 million people or more died in Liberia for this day.
Yeah.
They waited for this day. 1 million people or more died in Liberia for us to have democracy, for democracy to reign from West Zone, and for democracy to reign from Grand Jide County, and for democracy to reign from Nima County. Henry Costa leaving from the United States and going to Liberia to lead a peaceful demonstration.
That's
The law,
that's a big step too.
yes, the law says the demonstration must be peaceful.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's written, it's in our constitution.
According to him, he said it's going to be peaceful.
Okay,
He's going to make sure it's peaceful, and they're not trying to take the president off office. They're just trying to bring his attention.
the thing
Okay,
there,
that's
the thing there is this:
Okay.
we have people in television land
Yeah.
who can call in, let's have the debate.
Okay.
This platform is a public platform
That's
for
correct.
our people, our
That's
Liberian
correct.
people,
That's
Mr.
correct.
Anderson.
Yeah.
And you and myself have been discussing these issues
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah.
Anything to erode the democratic process in our country will not be, it will be detrimental to the country. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the English. Let me repeat myself. Anything to erode democracy in Liberia will be detrimental. And I support Henry Costa not because I'm not a rubber stamp.
Okay.
I don't rubber stamp things.
Mhm.
Henry Costa and I, we are good friends, but I'm not on a bandwagon. But one of the things that I would have done if I had an opportunity, I would like to call for a demonstration in Liberia. The reason being, number one, when you look at the economy is bad in Liberia. I got a friend who just came from Liberia today, and the guy was telling me, the guy's an economist, Arthur. Arthur was telling me, say, my man, that in the country we were born in. Just imagine. When we were in Liberia, when I lived in Liberia, I left Liberia in 1982 and came to the United States of America. At the time, Samuel Doe just took over.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring your attention back to some of the rhetoric that the PRC gave the Liberian people. People were in the street demonstrating. They were chanting, Native woman born soldier, right? The reason why they were doing that was because they felt that their life was going to be better under Samuel Doe. Okay?
Yeah.
Samuel Doe came to power. He spent 10 years in office. The 10 years Doe stayed in office for, to me, he was improving the country the way he wanted to improve the country on a rapid basis. Okay? Then came Charles Taylor. When Charles Taylor came to power, everything in our country was looted. Okay? People looted everything that people have worked for years, even up to today. There is not a running water. A lot of destruction took place. There is no future for the young children in our country right now as we speak. There is no future for anybody in our country. When those of us who are old now, when we die, who will run the country, Mr. Anderson? We're not looking at the future of the country. Everybody want to grab onto every little thing that they can get and use it for themselves. Okay? One of the saddest things, Mr. Anderson, even though I hold United States citizenship in this country, but I don't call myself a citizen of the United States. I call myself the citizen of Liberia. That way I went to secondary school. That way I went to high school. I came to America after high school. Okay? But the fact that we have our country, you know, the people who want to kill Henry Costa, they make Henry Costa a celebrity. If I were George Weah, and George Weah know in his heart of hearts, okay, the last time Councillor Boo, that lady you saw on there, Councillor Boo, I know Councillor Boo very well.
She's going to be part of the protest too.
Okay, Councillor Boo were warning those people in Liberia. You see, look, I don't want for George Weah to get carried away by people. I love George Weah as a friend, okay, because he and my wife then went to school together. He and Monica Salinsa Deba, all of them were in the same class. They were in the same 10th grade class, Monica Hinch. Okay? Those of the people that are watching this show, when George Weah himself watching this show, he would know that he and my wife went to school together. He used to play and say he used to like my wife and this and that and the rest of it. But that's not what we're discussing. What we're discussing here, George Weah is a brother. As a matter of fact, I'm a half crewman and a half basso man. Okay, my father a crewman, my mom a basso, my mom a basso. So I speak basso, I don't speak crew. But my middle name is the same name that George Weah got. So, and I knew George Weah's mother personally. Okay. But one of the things I can say to him is the fact that you're not running football club. You're running the whole of the Republic of Liberia. You understand? Let nobody fool you. You know, Liberian people fool people say, oh, my man, let's do it this way, let's do it this way. Samuel Doe, the same thing the Crown people used to do to him. God Jones and other people used to say that same thing to Samuel Doe. Because I know where I was working at the Capital Building before I came to the States. I was not suffering in Liberia to say, well, you know, I couldn't get a cup of bread to eat. But the fact of the matter where people thinking that Henry Costa don't have the constitutional right to go to Liberia to lead a peaceful march, I think they out of their mind.
I think you listened to the caller that came on and said Henry Costa has credibility problem. And you don't believe that Costa people should listen to Costa.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
Henry Costa may have.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Caller your name and where you calling from. Hello, caller your name and where you calling from.
Hey Joe, that's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how you doing your life?
Yes, I'm listening to what his name. I'm listening to
It's a cannibal.
Cannibal.
Yes.
Okay. And I also listen to Money.
Okay.
But let me say this here, all right?
All right.
This guy they call Jide Hard Talk.
Yeah.
He said something on his show the other day that he was looking to get certain number of signatures so that they can go against the Liberians American who went down to Nancy Pelosi office.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
To ask the government of Liberia to have visa restriction on the Liberians.
Yes.
I condemn that.
Okay.
As a citizen, I condemn that. As a West citizen, I condemn that. I think that's a lazy strategy. But the degree to which I'm hearing allegedly from Money that what his name is going out there and threatening people, I think it's about time that some legal action be taken against, if this is true now. Yeah. Because I have to trust the source, but I have to verify.
Yeah. Hold on 1 minute, Money. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, okay? I got somebody line and hold on, let you finish, then I'll let you talk. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Ren.
All right, so I condemn the action of the guy who got that Jide Hard Talk show.
Okay.
Liberians, no matter where you born, you know there are two certificates that are issued in the world: where you were born and where you will die.
Yeah.
Citizenship is just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
If anyone of us does something wrong in America, you're going to find yourself right back in Liberia.
That's correct.
Because they're where you were born. Mm-hmm. So based on that premise, whether Liberians in the United States go to Nancy Pelosi office and asking the Congress through her office to put sanction on Liberia, that is their right. That is their God-given right. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that because citizens in America can also take on themselves and go to that very office and explain themselves. That's what makes this country the greatest democracy in the world. Now, I'm hearing allegedly
that D-Flow, I mean, this guy, I have respect for him.
Yeah.
You know, there's one thing with Liberians. One thing I observe with Liberians, they try to use the principle of popularity as something positive in their life. What difference will it make if you get a show where 3 people are listening to you and you're making sense, than making derogatory remarks that can even implicate you in this country because you want number on your side?
Yeah.
If what I'm hearing that D-Flow is threatening Mr. Costa, thank God he's in America. Thank God that he's already on wire.
Yeah.
All Mr. Costa has to do, I'm not a legal advisor, but if I were in that shoe, I would make sure that I get my legal counsel and hold that man up to some level of liability so in case something happens to me. Because it's about time that we start to teach people sense. There's nothing wrong
Ronald,
with somebody going. Let me land the plane here, please.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong with any Liberians exercising their right. We can disagree with character. Like you heard what I said earlier when I called the show.
Yeah.
I make no threat.
Yeah.
I make nothing.
Yeah.
Because I feel as a professional person, I should stand on the value that I believe that have been successful in my life. I should be able to measure people's performance based on how they operate.
Yeah.
But to go to the extreme of threatening people, I think Chairman Moba Molu and I think the CDC government, they need to come up with a position statement and say whatever Mr. What the guy name? I just forgot his name.
D-Flow?
Yeah, thank you. Whatever D-Flow has said, if that is on record, is on wire, they should distance themselves from that comment. Because
Ronald. Let me add it one. Cannibal.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you a question, because the thing here is that I joined the show. I listened to the comment you made first, and then I just joined the show. One of the things I wanted to ask you, because you are a very clever man, why 1 million people die in Liberia?
Well, I would say 1 million people die in Liberia because of 4 things under the principle of democracy.
Right.
1 million people died because there were no equal justice.
Right.
1 million people died because there were no total representation.
Right.
1 people died because there were no freedom.
Right.
And 1 million people died because there were no equity.
Right.
Those are the 4 pillars that support democracy in any country.
Right. But you know, I like the way you answer the question, more especially one word I was looking for you to sum it up into what you just said about democracy. You know, Rana, we grew up in Liberia. We live in Liberia. You know my sitting down, my getting up, and my laying down. So I don't have to introduce myself to you. But the thing is, the reason why our country is what it is, where you have 99% of illiteracy rate, and maybe 2% of educated people, because they have fools who go to school and sit in classroom and learn 2 + 2 that equal 4. But the thing is, let's just take it to the Bible a little bit. The Bible says, for the lack of knowledge, the people perish. We fought for democracy. In order to say people didn't have food in their home to eat, rather we ate every day. Even in Mr. and Mrs. Watkins, they didn't provide food for all to eat because our practically living to your house. We were still eating. We would collect money and still buy a cup of bread in the evening, and we go and let the ship travel. But the reason why those of us living today left and went on the street and demonstrated when Bacchus Matthew and other people went to Liberia in 1974 was because of democracy. Because of democracy. The freedom that we enjoyed from 1847 to the time of the war in Liberia, we didn't know how it came. But if Liberian people knew how freedom is today, if you talk to any Liberian, they will tell you, we want war. The first thing that comes out of the mouth will be like, my man, no more war in the country. Yeah. No more war, because they have tasted war. So they don't want no war. You see? So the point I'm trying to make here is, why are we going there? With people threatening Henry Costa, they want to kill him, and this and that. And I agree with you 100%, Ronald, for the CDC leadership to disavow themselves.
I don't think
they should disavow this guy.
It shouldn't be directed only to the CDC. It should be all leaders in the
Right.
country. They call it all political parties, because the divisiveness is getting too huge. It's getting too
Right.
too
Why?
big. So everybody need to come outside. I think people need to start taking leadership and start saying we can't allow this to happen, because it may lead to something else.
You see,
guys, one thing Liberia has been operating on two principles. The principle of unwritten rules and the lack of accountability. And I think in order for us to become a better nation in post-war Liberia, look, Chief Manikani, let me say this to you. Since 1847, the reason we are the way we are, when the country was founded, established, we did not put in place value system that every Liberian should follow. Today in America, public officials, individual private citizens, there are certain things that when you say people distance themselves from you, because it does not measure up to societal value. We don't have those things in our country. On top of that, the past elite class has managed to use the three branches of government to divide our people. And in the process of doing that, a lot of people went through the crash with all no formal education. The infrastructure has crumbled. And that's where we are today. And so today, politicians in post-war Liberia, they came and fell right within our same system, the divide and rule. But that's what we are today.
But the thing is,
so
the thing is,
way we can move this thing forward. Let me just land, please.
Go ahead.
The way we can move this thing forward, and one of the things I really, really don't admire the advocates and the opposition. Today's generation, remember we were talking about 12th Street, when we were little on 12th Street, and Ellen Johnson said it and were going through that rigmarole. We were seeing the reality that was happening, but it was affecting our future. And that's why today you and I stay in America, especially those who came after the war. Because when that thing was building up, it was like we were watching the reality, but it was going to affect our future. And we did not put a stop to that. And that's why from that lesson learned, I always of the opinion that advocates, whether you fall or against George Weah or any administration, you should learn to take the proper approach, because the generation that will control the future is right in your midst. And whatever you practice and how you practice it will be better in the future. So guys who come on air to insult the president, guys who come on air to intimidate and to the extent threatening somebody's life, those people need to be held accountable.
It shouldn't be. That's not acceptable.
That would teach the younger generation that this is not the solution, or this is not how we find solution to our problem. And that's why you see when I come hard on Costa, not because I don't like what he's doing. No, this man when he first came to the United States, I went and I sat down with him. But the way he conducted himself, I think he's missing the bigger picture here. And yet why I say this. What I expected of Costa, when he finally did everything that he was done during the 6 or 7 years of providing the Liberian people with the best information, and came 2016 into 17 for the election, if I were Costa, what I would have done was to just say, fellow Liberians, I have ran a very good talk show for you guys. Now I present all your opposition and your political candidate to you. You go out there and go and pick the right person that will benefit you, because I have done my part. If people are elected President Weah today, like we did, and what is happening, Costa number will triple more than what it is today. That even you have become a celebrity, even among CNN people. But the level to which he is now, it was not a full potential because of some of the opportunity choices that he made, and got some of us trying to understand what shape is he, and what shape is he?
Mr. Dapo.
Because the way he went all over the map is what I'm trying to determine who he is. And in this country,
Mr. Dapo,
people are measured on the content of their character.
Right, Mr. Dapo.
Yes.
Mr. Dabo, you know, time is of the essence. But let me just add to what you just said. You see, Henry Costa, you know, no, the Bassa man got a parable say the way when it raining. You know, when rain begin to fall, the chicken go under the hut to wait for the rain. And they will wait for that rain, wait for that rain, wait for that rain. When you see the chicken in the interior, when you see the chicken outside, and the chicken begin to start finding food under the rain, then you know that rain not going to stop. The problem there is this. Henry Costa came with good. I spoke to Henry the last time. I know Henry Costa house very well. In fact, when at the place, I talked to Henry, Mr. Anderson. I talked to Henry Costa the other day. I told him, I said, oh, we're not talking politics that day because his friend had passed away, or Charles Johnson had passed away at the funeral. I talked to Henry Costa. I said, today, no politics. Let's talk brother to brother, and let me ask you about your friend. And I asked him some questions. But the thing there is this. I go back to the parable I just used, Ronald. Henry Costa was against Ellen Johnson Sirleaf because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf decided to squander the livelihood of the Liberian people. Because when you come out of war, the thing that a lot of Liberian people don't understand, you see, education means something. They didn't understand that when a country come out of war, the donor countries come together and give millions of dollars to that country to come to rebuild. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and few handful of people squander the livelihood, or they misuse the Liberian people money in that country. Liberia is about 43,000 square miles inside. The development of Liberia is right at the tip of anybody's finger who really want to bring about development in the country. When Ellen Johnson Sirleaf stole, she and her cronies, including her children, stole the Liberian people money for the 12 years she stayed in office. That's the reason why Waka never got elected to be president. Now come back to Henry Costa for a minute. Henry Costa had a good ground to stand on to try to talk against Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and I supported Henry Costa even though I was not in Liberia. But then come to the WIA government. When WIA took office, Henry Costa said, okay, as of now, I will tone down the rhetoric. You understand? The worst thing for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to do in Liberia was to authorize for her to put Henry Costa in jail. The worst thing that Ellen Johnson, I repeat myself, the worst thing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government did in Liberia was to authorize her to put Henry Costa in jail. That's why raised Henry Costa's popularity. And Henry Costa is on top of his game continuously, and people, his popularity soared like nobody business in Liberia. She herself got notoriety from the Doe administration because Doe put her in jail. Rather, you were there. When Doe put Ellie in jail, she gained notoriety in the country. She became a political powerhouse in the country. And that's the same thing she did to Henry Costa by jailing Henry Costa. When Henry Costa was coming out of jail, go back to the videotape.
So he was going to be irrelevant. You're not going to put him in the jail?
Sure enough.
And Rennie Tapo, for what I'm hearing from you is, this guy's supposed to keep being neutral, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying here is, you see, there are some activists that have come before our time. And the role they play today, their legacy continue to range from one region to another.
Okay.
Everything that Cannibal said is true, but one thing that he missed in the process, the very early administration that squandered this whole money issue. Henry Costa in the second round went and took side with the vice president. And this vice president was part of the people government that destroyed the country. So then, if I measure him on what value does he stand on? How do you think I should measure him? That's why I said we lack values in our country.
Okay, but let me ask you something, Rennie Dapo. If Henry Costa went and stood with Joseph Boakai and looking at the situation with the WIA administration right now, you think he was wrong by making that decision like, I want to support?
He is wrong because right now,
okay,
he's a character that people cannot determine because he has inconsistency in what he believes. But if you went against Joe Boakai and see what Joe Boakai doing, and another time you took a call from President WIA and you said, let us give the man a chance, and you went on Smith to be sure and said, oh, I'm not going to advocate again. I can't fight the government because I have to make my family to live. You know what many people don't understand? There are certain people in the world who will take all their time and focus on an issue and make sure they record specific data about that particular thing. And that's what I am, and that's who I am. When Costa started his campaign, trust me, I was all for him. I didn't know this guy. I did not know him. He resembled my older brother. They look alike from Stephen Tower Estate. And I admire him. That's why when he came down how they call it, so when he first visited the United States, I went down to him to make sure that I feel a person. And here I had a discussion.
Okay.
We had a very limited discussion.
Okay.
And I really admire him for his good work. But then when he started to support some of the ideas that he had brought to our attention, and we acknowledged that it was wrong, and started to manipulate himself in the society, I'm like, okay, well, what this guy is up to? And remember, we are in the United States where our character is being properly managed because of how the society judge people. And then when he started to do this thing, Joe, I got confused. All right? I got confused. So, and is that campaign, we all asking President, we are to be very, outspoken, to be able to communicate. But there are some things that Costa is doing right now. I don't care for the quantity of people that are looking at him because Liberians, look, I was going to be honest, in the 1 year, you see how honor perform and honor develop and honor achieve we have been. So I don't look at the quantity of people who supporting certain people. I look at the quality of people, which is a very small number. And that's why you see Liberians like that. So when he comes and don't give some reason for some of the things that he does, that put in my mind, and questions start to pop up. What kind of character is he? How can I understand him? I mean, I'm trying to think that this guy is the new generation who will enlighten our people. But the way he keeps flipping and flopping, I cannot understand who he is, because the very people he will be against yesterday is the same people he will start to support today, and then the next day he will go on to another side. So he's very inconsistent.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you the question before you go, Rennie. Somebody's asking you a question. Monique Shan said, please ask Rennie. Rennie, come 2023, will you support Wea?
You see, money, let me address money quickly. During the campaign, everybody was in their corner, and nobody cared for each other. Money just started following me, I think, about a month ago. So he don't have a true documentary evidence of me. So when he come on and say, oh, why already criticizing the government so early? Let me ask Money the question. You know why people do free medical checkup in the country? Because when you develop a tumor on your lungs, the doctor will be able to kill it soon. And that is the principle that I use. When I was running President Weah campaign, when I met them on Cellular Avenue in 2012, the behavior that I saw, I knew everything was not going to be 100% correct. So I left room for improvement. You see, when engineers build roads and developers build homes in every community in America, they leave some area for future improvement. When I ran President Weah campaign, I told them if he doesn't do the right thing, I will come right back here. Now, what was some of the right thing that he didn't do? We just got off Costa topic. Carl reminded Nuku. Who introduced Nuku to me? Henry Costa, because I was a religious follower. Henry Costa said that man is so filthy rich that he cannot even account for his money.
Henry Costa introduced you to Emmanuel Nuku?
Yeah, when I say introduce, it was on his show
okay.
that I got to know his son speaking to
Okay. All right. Okay. Just for the audience to know, just for the audience to be aware.
I mean, I follow what was said, so to speak.
Okay.
All right. So, Henry Costa on his show talk about this guy, how he acquired his wealth, and then the rest of that village man who his own county denied, and then plus the other rest of the other people. When President Weah started to put these people back in the government, Joe, I saw that as someone who is developing a tumor that will eventually take their life down. And And that's why I said, if President we are not doing the right thing, I will come right back in. So money wanted me to keep quiet.
But
and now today he's supporting and saying people got the right to do what they want to do in the weird administration. You know, we engineer, we think ahead. We think 10 times to the 20th power of what will happen in the future. So, do you think if we are listening to what I just said, that don't bring in these people because their character are tinted? We ran a campaign to say, you know what, Boca got a very bad scorecard in terms of performance. Western Africa got a very bad scorecard. So, when these people came into the picture, it became so bad. Let me answer the question quickly now. So, when money is telling me, asking you to ask me the question, let me say this, money. If President Weah does not set the tune, and here the tune I'm going to list for him tonight, and I want everybody listen. Number one, he has to be a people leader. He has to make decisions based on the people participation. Number two, he has to hold people accountable. Number three, he must be able to have a regular press conference with the people of Liberia. Number four, those who are not qualified, it should not be based on party line, but it should be based on the very system that he talked about some time ago. If those four principles are not being exhibited by President Weah, I will not campaign for him. But in 2023, you can put this on record, you can store it, you can download it.
It's on record.
If we want to make change, we should begin to effect the changes now. There are too many mistakes the president made. During the campaign, I told them, let us properly vet people. You can take guys like Eugene Fagon who sell in an African store and were able to talk. Today, over there, he cannot even implement a single proposed tourism program. You cannot commend John Weah when he has not even challenged a minister to come up with a 3-year vision plan to support the PAPADP. You can go all around the world. You can bring all the investors. If you don't have a plan, you will begin to guess. This Weah is a version 2.0 of the indigenous president that Samuel Kedo was not able to complete. And he started messing all like this. Some of us are taking account. Can't even talk about his performance of Samuel Doe. But you are not giving the opportunity. President Weah is being given all the opportunity in the world. And he must deliver. Because some of us put our character on the line. You know how many people ask me today, Randy, here, with all the people all the smart that you have, with all the things you do in America, why are you supporting this man? And you know what happened today, Manny Kalimbo? If I'm walking on the street, people are calling me, texting me. Every day when they want mistake, they're coming after me.
Yeah, but
Why did I get myself in this?
let me just say something. Let me just come in a little bit, Mr. Dapo. One of the things you have to look at here is people gave Samuel Doe all of the opportunity to exist as a president for our country. But then Samuel Doe didn't have the vision to try to hold on one second. Let me land first, then you can rebut, because I listened to you all day, and let me just get some word in. The thing there is this: nobody should say Doe has some of the biggest power in Liberia because he came through the barrel of the gun. Doe had 10 years. Nobody checked his leadership in Liberia. Doe could do anything to anybody. Nobody said anything. Doe killed people in Liberia. Nobody said anything. Even his own friend, who was the vice president, Thomas Wesson. Thomas Wesson met his demise along with 3 of the PRC members, Robert Fokpa Sumo, and a few other people. But we're not on that. Nobody should say Samuel Doe was not given chance. 10 years he ruled Liberia, and nobody could question his leadership there because he came through the barrel of the gun. Okay. People were saying you cannot challenge. They amended the constitution, so he was ruling with what they call martial law. He used martial law to rule the country for those 10 years, and in those 10 years, Samuel Doe biggest mistake. Only one simple mistake he made that led to the whole problem. In 1985, my brother, when they held election in that place, when Jackson Doe, the rooster, when the party, the rooster, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I think she ran as a vice president, but Jackson Doe from Nima County won the election. And though decide to rig the election. The United States government poured money into that election. They wanted a free and fair result. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The United States government did not get free and fair results. They bent over backward when the war started. Charles set up, launched war in Liberia, and told Doe, leave the country. You understand what I'm saying? Take your family out of the country. He said, I will be the last soldier that will die. He was not the last soldier that died. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Liberian people personalize things. Liberia is not your farm. Let me tell you. Prince, we were born in Liberia, but Liberia is not nobody's farm. Liberia belongs to its citizens equally. Yes. Yes.
Let me say this to you, all right? You see, everything you said, you just personalize it too.
No, it's not.
But I will not go to where I think I want to go, but you know where I am going, but I will not go to. All right? We have a constitution. Whether Doe was a dictator, he was elected for a specific time. But the people
No. I disagree with you, Rana. I disagree with you on that. No. Don't let. No. Listen, listen. Listen. I call you. I got a right to call you to a point. We on the show. I got a right to call you because no. Listen. Because the thing is, you're missing something. The thing you missed there, Rana. Let me. Yeah. I know. I will allow you to finish, but let me just straighten something. Then you continue. What I want, no, I will not do that. What I want to straighten up is this: Doe was not elected. Doe came to power through the barrel of the gun. Remember that. Then the next thing that happened was when the election took place in 1985. Doe rigged the election. He stole the election from Jackson Doe.
Yeah, but what I'm understanding.
So go ahead, Rana.
What I'm understanding, Rennie saying is, yeah, go ahead, Rennie.
First of all, you had no evidence.
I do have evidence because the election commission chairman you just asked a question. You just asked a question. I want to give name.
Go ahead.
Name to you. I want to give name to you.
Am I protected here?
Yeah, you're protected. You're protected.
All right.
Randos where?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Don't want just a regular local, as they used to call them.
Yeah.
The people that went to Tower from out there, they let Victoria Tower saying were white people. You haven't mentioned that. But you squarely put the blame on Doe. It was not Doe who went out there. But I don't want to go down there. But I want to make sure that young people understand what happened at that time when we were on 12th Street on that Saturday morning. Thank God tomorrow is April 12th and we're discussing the issue here.
Yeah.
It was some people who took Doe and those people that went up there. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And they gave Doe that opportunity.
Right.
And today we label Doe as the man who took the barrel.
Right.
But when Doe felt that he wanted to become a president, he went through the democratic process.
Yeah.
Gave Amos Sawyer. You know, anybody that see Amos Sawyer, let me know. If I know my way, I will like you. Because the reason people are robbing over divorce citizenship because he had the opportunity to a record right divorce citizenship. When Doe gave the opportunity to recorrect the constitution of our country, he never touched that other area. And that's why I really don't like him for that. Now, Sawyer King gave those 6 years as his tattoo. And he went to the election. Ellen was all in the election. If Ellen felt that the election was fit, does that give her the right to establish the ACDL and support the MPFL in some way to take 250,000 people's lives?
Runner, you're diving into a territory that we can discuss all night and will not be able to leave here because I got those information. I got those information. I got those information.
Okay,
those information you're talking about because that's that.
But let me come in. Let me.
What you don't understand here, Money Cannibal is discussing the thing out of the constitutional right of our country. And if we don't continue to focus on what makes up a country, that we say we have democracy and we should operate under democracy, then we should look at other countries. Nelson Mandela was locked up in jail for 27 years. He did not support violence.
Yes.
Anyone in Liberia, he did not win. But nobody said anything. When he won the election for George Weah, today George Weah said the election was rigged. And Constitution will stand by it today that those two elections were rigged.
Yes, in 2005 and 2011.
When when they said,
But there's, actually, there's no
what
proof
they're
though.
telling.
There's no proof to show anything that
Okay,
the election was
so there's no
rigged.
proof now to show that don't rig the election.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
that's why it is good that we will learn from our past.
Our past.
To learn to improve our system,
Yeah.
our electoral system, our health care.
Gentlemen,
If we start to improve those things,
gentlemen,
then we have margin for error in what we want to defend
the,
and what we have to say.
the thing there is history will judge us as we have the conversation on the platform.
That's good.
The very first thing, no, hold on 1 second. Yeah, history, right. History must judge us by the facts. Let me tell you something. Go back to the information, rather. When we're in Liberia there, you know that Emmett Hammer, the late Emmett Hammer, who was the election chairperson, said that the election was rigged. He broke. Hold up, brother. The thing there is, Emmett Hammer, who was the election chairperson, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, not to be disrespectful to you, I don't know how old you was, but Emmett Hammer said the election that Doe won in 1985 was rigged.
Yeah.
Okay. The person that won the election, everybody knew. In fact, myself knew that Jackson Doe won the election in 1985. You understand?
You knew, right?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
I knew because we were in. When I left,
but you knowing it doesn't give you the fact that it was correct. No, you understand that, right?
No.
There was
listen,
nothing out because
listen. You see, the thing here is this: factual. If you got to look at the factual evidence of what happened. Or when somebody says something, I was not a poll worker. But when I left Westfield, I worked at the Capitol building. I came to America. Okay, I worked at the Capitol building. The fact there in 1985 when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and them ran that election, Doe lost. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, in fact, went in the street and began to demonstrate against the government. The University of Liberia students went in the street to demonstrate.
So from your perspective,
it was rigged. It was rigged.
Election was rigged.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Listen.
Yeah.
Let me finish it. Let me finish 1 second. Let me finish 1 second. Rana. Let me finish 1 second.
All right, you always finishing.
The student leaders that was arrested. Let me name some of them. Kari M.K. Wawa. There was a guy at the University of Liberia who was arrested for that same thing. Kari M.K. Wawa. Ezekiel Pajibo, who was always with Emma Sawyer, was also arrested. These guys were friends of mine. Now, then they had people like Lrtn. Lrtn was also arrested. Those sent armed people on university campus, and people were killed in that process.
Okay.
And people should have learned from that. You know, let me tell you something. You may have your own philosophy, or you may have your own thinking, but you don't have your own facts.
So looking at that, the protest that is about to take place in Liberia. Let's come back to that.
Let's come back to the protest.
We should be learning from. Yeah.
People go back there. That all take the comparison approach.
That's what I was driving to.
G. Money Carnival is speaking to the 1985 election because he was on the ground.
Okay.
And he was not in favor of Doe.
No. That's you know, my being in favor of Doe had nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm just telling you the facts.
Hold on, my man. You keep interrupting. I can interrupt.
Okay, go ahead. But the thing is, if you
go ahead.
No, we can tell you off because the thing is, it's a discussion. We want the fact. Because I just try to straighten the record out. But go ahead.
If I can hold my peace,
okay, hold your peace. I'll hold my peace.
Yeah, hold on. Let's go. Go ahead, Rennie.
All right. So, G. Money Carnival was in Liberia during the 1985 election. That means that he was physically present and honest to what went on in Liberia.
Right.
But then when we fought for 10 years, you know, there's something wrong with the number 5 in our country, and there's something wrong with the month April in our country. 2005, the early election with President Weah. People believe that President Weah won that election.
I believe it too myself.
But you didn't say that first. When I said it,
We're
you
not.
said that.
We're not discussing. We're not discussing. We're
No,
discussing
I
the
didn't get
issue.
ready to bill because you missed out my. I said
No,
it.
but I didn't. I didn't
Yeah, go ahead,
respond
go
to
ahead,
it.
Rennie, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Continue.
G Money Carnival didn't really follow the 2005 election. The same bitterness that he's talking about, that the election was rigged, people believe that the election in 2005 was also rigged. The problem we have here is we have all the evidence in our mouth, but we don't have the evidence on the ground. Jim Flomoyan made some statement during the 2005 election, which I cannot recall, that election was in favor of George Weah, but it got flipped. The problem in G Money Carnival is from 1847, the unitary power that president has in Liberia is the reason why we are the way we are.
That's correct.
And if we are to move our country forward, we need to engage our people. Right now, all of that are making that noise. You got a national legislature just voted to get Oga out of office. The national legislature that's going to provide check and balance in the country. One president win. From the 2-week party day, the whole house will support that president. We saw it during the Trouble days, the Tubman era, the Doe era, the Eddie era, right now the Weah era. Everybody from now on supporting the government. So if we want to change things, we got to start to organize ourselves from the community level to the church buildings, to the mosques, and to different communities. In that, we will continue to discuss the issue over and over and over and over. That's all I want to see in my lifetime in Liberia. That the young generation should not repeat the mistake. They say university is closing, you're trying to talk about here. Our close the university down when G. Baba Mafia went in our country. So what shut the university down too? And they shut the university down. Taylor shut the university down. We are, I don't know, I think he shut the university down too. So if people from the civil society are getting shut down, that means there is something wrong within our system.
Yeah.
But it should not be just in your interest that you want to go and protest. And for what are you protesting? Because the last time I checked, we are carrying on a lot of demonstration in our country. We are carrying on a lot of protests. But what have they changed?
So, excuse me, Rennie, you're trying to say that the protest that is about to take place is in the interest of certain people?
It's in the interest of certain people and it's not well organized. It's been politically driven as usual.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, and I want it to be recorded.
Okay.
At the end of the day again, we'll find a lot of people in another administration will come and say we're protesting and nothing has done. Look at many people there. Look at Ellie that said do all this thing here. But what is Liberia today? The same corrupt system that Ellie were against, that the same corrupt system. Matter of fact, she introduced the brown envelope to low-life legislature that took office, sent it already through the political map. This is a woman who was against Joe for doing all those things. But she introduced the brown envelope. And one thing that rang bell in my ear when contact to say the Psalm 66 Hoover's agreement, it always ring bell in my ear. Because he was tired with those things too. So where are we going with this thing here? Where are we going? You get many Arizona comments today. When you ask him about the war plan code, let people decide. When you ask him about the audit, he will not say we have to audit early. How can we trust these people?
Yes.
If a man cannot say, I think we have to audited early to determine the fate of the country. None of the politicians are saying those things. When you ask down the law, how did the Liberty Party manage to obtain all the free of the vehicle when the party does not have any source of income? Then the man will say, look at that man, you're a stupid man. We are running a society with all no direction, my brother. So when we're discussing the thing here, we should look at all the deviations that we have incurred since 1847 up to present and decide what do we want to do with the country here. What do we want to do? Because other countries are passing by.
Let me come in.
I come on and say, look, we will challenge the next government. I don't care what happens. Again, people running the CDC camp. When you talk about President, we are should declare an asset. You're a foolish man. When you say Samuel Tosh should retire, you're a foolish man. The president will succeed. What kind of country are we?
Okay.
Let me say this finally.
Okay, yeah, finally.
The day God called me home. The day God called me home. And you redevelop the world. And you wake me up and say, I send you back to earth. The first question I ask you, which country? When you say Liberia, I say, put me back to sleep. I don't go back to Liberia again.
Okay, Mr. Rennie. Okay, Mr. Rennie Dabo. Thank you so much. That was Rennie Dabo calling directly from Pennsylvania. Thank you very much, Rennie. And back to the topic. And I want to say thank you everybody for watching. And G, I want to give it a G man Carnival. Go ahead.
The thing there is this: when you look at Henry Costa's position, Henry Costa is a citizen of Liberia.
Of course.
Nobody's citizenship better than Henry Costa's citizenship. If people in this country who feel that they want to go to Liberia to hold a demonstration, it is their prerogative. Okay, they have the right to go to Liberia to protest. We have a democratic government in office. It's not a dictatorship. If George Weah and his cronies feel that Liberia is supposed to be ran like that to be dictators, then of course we don't need that government.
Yeah.
Okay, we need a democratic government. That's why our people die for. Okay, let's not forget the death of those people, the people that die in our country, to bring about democracy. That people will look at things and say, no more will we encourage dictatorship in this country. No more will we encourage somebody just coming and ruling with iron hand. No more will people come and secretly kill people because they voice up their opinion. I take you back to David Coburn and his son, President Totman. Went on the people farm and collected them and murdered them. Okay? Because these people wanted democracy in Liberia. When David Coburn challenged him, how can you kill a man and kill his child at the same time? You understand? Trying to wipe out somebody from the earth with their entire family. That's what President Totman did when he wanted to maintain power in Liberia, because the government was a dictatorial government. Okay? Now, today we have come too far to turn back. We have come too far, or Mr. Anderson, to turn back.
So the protest
is genuine to me, in my vein.
And it's necessary.
It's necessary.
So the president is not doing things he's supposed to do.
The president, the people have the right to protest. If, in fact, in this country, as big as America is, I'm not trying to compare America with Liberia. If you can't stay in the kitchen, I mean, if you don't like the heat, don't be in the kitchen.
Okay.
You decided to turn Liberia into a democratic country. Okay? If y'all want a dictatorship, you should have never killed Doe.
Yeah.
Okay? You should have never got on the street. People should have never picked up arm to kill Doe.
Yeah.
Okay? We should have left Doe there because we want dictatorship. But everybody came in, Charles Taylor, this and that. You came my man, you came my pa, I will vote for you, right?
Yeah.
That's what they said. The vast majority of the poor voted for Charles Taylor. They didn't vote for Charles Taylor because he brought dictatorship into the country.
Call out your name and where you calling from. Hello, call out your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, this is one of this is Mr. P. I want to clarify one statement made right there.
Okay.
That we have a democratic country and the protest is right. I want to clarify that. See, legally, I want you to understand that legally, Liberia is a unitary state and they can stop any protest at any time. That's not a democratic state. You can look at the Constitution. You will always do things according to the Constitution.
Yeah, but
the Constitution defines Liberia as a unitary state. In the unitary state, the president has the right to stop anything that you will back.
So what right anybody got there now?
Oh, yeah, that's why we say we need that unitary state. Because one is
hold on 1 second, Mr. Payne. Let me because you just made a statement and I need to ask you some questions. Okay. Now we have a unitary state on a George Weah from the time Liberia was founded. How do we change it?
No.
George Weah is the president now. The question I'm asking you is, even whether George Weah there or whoever there, the question I'm asking you is, how do we change it?
The only way we change the unitary state to what we want is, number one, we collect according to the Constitution. I want to tell you, based by the Constitution, and it is written there.
I understand all of that.
Okay. We collect 10,000
signatures
and write our petition telling them why the unitary state, the unitary government should not be, and then put it in place. The government, the representative Democratic Republic that we want, what and put down the goodness of the Democratic Republic and the goodness of this government that we want to take up. We compare and contrast. That would be our petition. We send it to the legislature of Liberia. That's how it should be. That's how the Constitution says.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Pay, we want to say thank you for calling and thank you for correcting that Liberia is a unitary state and not a democratic state.
It's not a democratic state.
Okay, thank you very much.
They can stop anything at any time.
Anytime. So the president, all power is invested into the president.
Into the president.
But I think that's a good thing for Henry Costa to pull up the protest to come and talk to the president directly, because if the legislature and the Senate they don't have no guts, then I think the president should be the one that it should come to protest and asking exactly on the demands and what they want, right?
That the president where you go to.
Okay.
You don't go to the legislature in other context and judicial other context under unitary state.
Under unitary state. So the president, so the protest is necessary, and they should continue with the process, and Henry Costa should be supported for the protest, right? That's correct.
He can be supported by the but he got to be taking a risk. If the president does not like it, he can command the army to do anything.
Okay, all right. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Page. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Mr. Dima Page.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you. We have come to the end. We want to say thank you for watching. This is the Liberian Radio and Television Network. We are live in Philadelphia. Sorry for the little inconvenience today. And my man G Manakano, I think you can see he's very tired. He came in the studio, still trying to hang in there. And I call him my pop.
The thing is, I just want to use this occasion as we close tonight to thank all of those that was watching us.
I was watching us.
The little technical problem we had. I apologize
Everybody
for the
hearing you
technical
talking.
problem. You know,
some people say, well, tell them to come back and put up my pay for now.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, those of you who want to support unitary state, you have it from Dima Page, and those of you who actually want to support democratically ran state in Liberia, we can do amendment on the constitution. And we're just talking about the demonstration that Henry Costa is going to have in the Republic of Liberia pretty soon.
Emil, if you can go to your constitution, go to the constitution, or just define unitary state. It's going to tell you. Go to Google, put it as unitary state. It's going to tell you exactly what it means by unitary. But I want to say thank you for watching. We gotta go. We're all the time. We'll see you when